and it's the fact that Ryu essentially took over the role of Goken now, and now he's got all Goken shit.
Hello, everyone. Twitch, YouTube, fellow
Hello.
players.
Hello.
Hopefully you're all doing well.
Just got
Happy Pride to everybody who's it's the first day of Pride. Happy Pride.
Yay. Yes, happy Pride.
I did I was asked to moderate our employee panel for Pride, which was today. And it was so fun. It was so fun to be a part of it. I was so happy to be a part of it. So yeah, happy Pride, everybody.
Good.
Okay.
I know we're starting a bit late. Life got in the way, so it happens.
As long as you start before 8 o'clock, you're good.
Yeah, I don't think I have any major announcements. How's everybody doing?
Good.
So stoked to be here.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got done streaming for the first time ever on Twitch myself.
Oh, congratulations.
And streaming Diablo 4, running through Druid build. I'll most likely be streaming Street Fighter 6, possibly sometimes with Brad, Diablo 4, and when I'm bored, Marvel Snap, because I like that game.
So
I'll make sure I'm not streaming during your time so I don't take your viewers away.
all right. Well, if there's nothing else, Angie, are you ready with the recap this week?
Okay. I think so.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. Dear Libera, sorry it's been a while since I've written. We've been up to our eyeballs in vampires. While I was helping Arabella with some recon, we found out that Joyblade and Irina were in a tavern full of vampires, while Althea and Ari were just out shopping, I guess. It was already getting dark when we found out, and before we reached the tavern, vampires were everywhere. You're gonna think I'm exaggerating, but I swear I had 4 or 5 vampires all grabbing at me at once and clawing and biting. I summoned bugs, of course, and then they didn't want to bite me so much. And I had thought if I fell, at least I'd make it hurt. But with the bugs and I was able to heal myself, I did okay. Everybody else managed to show up. Joyblade helped me out, and Althea tried, but she ran into my swarm of bugs. But we survived, and we got out of there. And you know what's weird? Besides literally everything, those knights that were looking for Ari, they were nowhere during that vampire attack. It wasn't some little scuffle. I don't know how they could have missed it. Where were they? Did they know? Did they just decide to avoid the danger? Did they only care about punishing Ari for being different and not fighting actual evil? I don't understand. Irina was really pissed because the person she thought was a friend turned out to be working for the vampires, and he was also a vampire, and he got away from her. I really tried not to eavesdrop when we were in the inn later, and she and Arabella had a really bleak conversation that made me really uncomfortable. Everyone's so nice to me and I like them all, but there's some really dark stuff going on with some of them. I'm still working on the task grandmother sent me to do. I know what we need to do. Lady Stormrun, she has this stolen magic. I need to get that from her, and the owner will reclaim it, and then I think he's going to want to make her pay. So that could be an eventual ally, maybe? Okay, and last thing I was wondering, could you find out if your mom might want an alliance with the goblins of the Winter Court? I spent time with Grimmsnarl before I found out he was a count. The details are not important, but I found out he wants to marry me. So if grandmother wants this alliance, I'll say yes. Anyway, you know the routine. Say nothing to my parents. Love, Briar.
What if I don't want to love Briar?
Darren, she is a
Shots
sweet
fired.
treat.
So mad about the paladins. How dare they not show up to a fight that lasted 36 seconds?
I mean,
Did it really only last 30 seconds?
36 seconds.
yeah, it was 6
A round
rounds.
of combat is 6 seconds, and presumably that fight didn't last more than maybe 6 rounds. So yes, in real time, the fight would have been 36 seconds.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, that is a 30-second fight in real time.
Uh,
I honestly love the idea that if you've ever watched the Cyberpunk Edge Runners thing, it's when Alex goes into Stan Esteban and he's moving slow, and then you see exactly what the fuck happens. That's
Okay,
kind of
okay. I'm gonna ask for no spoilers because that's on my to-watch list.
Oh, I just said that. It's an
Okay.
interesting thing you should watch and go, oh, that makes a lot of sense now.
You make a lot of sense.
I do. I'm an old man, but I'm not that old. I'm just
I
really
mean, you're-
great. Yeah, I know, Brandon. That's why I had to correct myself. Jesus.
You are an old man. You are not the old man of the group.
Yes, I am. I consider myself an old man because I am been married for more than 10 years, and I have a child that's in their teens. That's why I'm old.
ew.
We
Yeah.
bestow upon you the title of old man, but you do not get to sit among them.
We acknowledge you as an old man, but we do not
We
acknowledge
do not
you
grant
to be
you
able
the
to sit at
title.
the
Yeah,
table.
that's.
You may
Wait,
have
ouch.
aches and pains, but you do not get your custom cane.
Have
You-
your seat, young Brian.
Excuse me, sir. You do not acquire yet the senior citizens discount.
Are you getting AARP mailings on a regular basis?
No,
Yes.
but I do get, however, Navy Federal Credit Union and Armed Forces Credit Union statements regularly for life insurance.
I get AARP mail.
ARP.
Why do I feel like this is some contest to see who can rank as like the oldest but not the oldest?
Who can hold out the most?
Brad, what do you say we play some D&D?
You gotta move.
I knew I gotta move. That's not what I asked you.
Lay down.
I don't want to lay down.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
After today, you may need to.
You'll change your mind by the end of this.
Oh no. No.
Okay. Are we ready to begin?
I'm ready.
Yep, we're waiting on you.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Where's the bear bot?
Now recording.
There's the bear bot. Hello, bear bot.
Hello there.
All right. I pick up exactly where we left off with all of you, having gotten your rest that night, coming out into your very nice, what is it? Not a room anymore. What do you call it when we make it into the whole thing? I can't think of the word now.
A suite?
Penthouse? A suite. Yes, thank you. To your newly appointed suite, and to find a blue-scaled kobold by the name of Inspector Quarrel sipping at a cup of tea waiting for you. He's just told you that he needs your help to rescue one Aevin Elsteth.
Arena slaps him with her wing. Goes, oh, so apparently you can't go ahead and remind me to go ahead and get any fucking messages back, huh?
Was a nice cup of tea. Thank you, young lady, for not understand that I could not send messages back to you for all attempts at using divinatory spell work within the city of Zilbeck are currently monitored.
Hi. You could have at least sent a fucking letter or something.
He's
Oh,
here.
yes,
He's
because
here
if
to
they
help.
can monitor the way that we are sending spells back and forth, no way could someone intercept a piece of paper.
Fucking know what you all do over there. I've never been there. But honestly, you're being very rude about this situation in the first fucking place.
Oh, yes, yeah,
Arabella's
absolutely
gonna-
right. Would you like some tea?
Althea Althea's gonna like step between them and say, all right, let's start over. Coral, what do you have to say?
Simply what I have already mentioned. I am here in order to ask for your help to rescue Aevin Elsdeath. As you may have seen in the newspapers, he was recently kidnapped.
Yeah, we did see that. Hi, I'm Briar.
Wonderful to meet you, Miss Briar. You're muted if you're talking right now, Rosie.
No, I wasn't, but Arabella's gonna kind of get on his level and go, "It is great to see you again. What news do you bring us? How can we help?"
He begins to pour out, take like little traveling set of tea he has, and pours a small cup for everybody around a little table that's sitting here in the room. Goes.
Cute.
You may be aware, unfortunately, former Inspector Aevin was put on trial for the murder of the councilwoman that you all found having been colluding with the Ghoul Imperium. Trial was not going well. We were having great difficulty getting any kind of evidence that might alleviate him from the charges. And then, for ill or for better or worse, a pack of ghouls infiltrated the courthouse and absconded with Aevin. No, I, for one, do not believe for a second that Aevin was colluding with the ghouls and wanted them to rescue him. So, the only logical course then implies that for some reason the Imperium has kidnapped him.
I kind of look over at Joyblade and give him a look and just go, should we tell him? Kind of look.
We tell who
He'll go-
what?
It's
Okay.
like a look. It's a should
Oh,
we
okay.
tell him?
He'll telepathically send a message to you and say, I mean, it's your news to share, so I mean, I would say so, but I'll let you take the lead. He's trustworthy from my experience. I think we should, but I'll let you take the lead.
I appreciate that and letting me know at least that you can trust him. Okay. As she'll sigh in her mind and then she'll sigh in real life. Goes, it may have something to do with the fact that we just stopped the wedding between the Ghoul Imperium and the Blood Sisters. And the Red Sisters. And the bride and the groom are dead because they're inside of a Tarask, as well as most of the wedding party. And all that. So there's that.
Yep, that would probably do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, good news is I believe I know where they are keeping Aevin.
Where?
Oh.
I believe he is in the pure city of Vandecool.
Okay.
If you are or not aware, is one of the major cities of the Ghoul Imperium, deep within its territory.
Fun! Let's just run to the people that want to kill us. Sounds like a grand time.
See, he takes another sip of his tea. Unfortunately, it gets even better than that. I'm not sure if you are aware, but living beings within the borders of the Ghoul Imperium kind of stand out like beacons to ghouls. Set foot in the city, and every ghoul within it will immediately know who you are and where you are.
And I'm guessing you've got a way around that unless you plan on offing all of us and then bring us back.
Can I turn you all into vampires if that is the case?
It does not relate to vampires. That's why the two kingdoms get along. See, he says there may be a way that we can do that. Are you familiar with the grave binders of Siwal?
What kind of roll will we have
No.
to do to see if we are?
Religion check.
Religion.
Okay.
Would it be a history for me if I learned about that in Jost?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's not.
Mm,
Yeah, she don't know shit.
Oof. Starting
Okay.
strong. Starting
Good
strong,
man.
everyone.
Nobody fucking knows. Oh, there we
There
go.
we
There it
go.
is.
That makes
Arabella.
sense.
There we go.
Are you guys? Okay, I'll roll. I got a new toy. I'm gonna try it out. I want to see if this works.
What is that?
I got
Yeah,
an actual dice that I get to roll for D20.
Oh, you got
so-
the go dice.
I fucking did. Yeah, I did. Oh my god, I can't stop buying shit I don't need. But
Oh,
I'm
that's
still
cool.
figuring it out. It's cool, but it's whatever. I mean, why did it roll twice? 12 plus 4, 16 for me.
I want to see this go dice later.
I'll take a picture. I'll post it on our Discord.
Okay.
I think I linked the video for it one time a while back.
It's pretty cool. I like it. I mean, you know, I don't know if it's perfectly weighted because I'm not going to do the saltwater test on an electronic, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could just roll it 1,000 times and do a chi-square test on it.
Yeah.
Ah.
okay.
Yeah, just walk in there and just see Jeff rolling that dice. His wife's like, "What are you
That's a
doing?
bit-
Important work."
Look, I mean, I'll be honest. When I was testing it out, my wife came into the office and she's like, "How long are you going to be doing that?" And I was like, "As many times as it takes."
Okay. Arabella, you are aware of the grave binders of Swal. Swal is a very nice garden city in the Sarklan Desert, very far from here. So far, it's not even on our secondary map that we use. But the Gravebinders of Suwal are a powerful sect of necromancers.
of course, you know about that.
Mm-hmm.
She will tell the rest of the party of this.
A desert city, you say?
All right.
Yes, it's kind of nice. I think, Briar, I think you'd really like it there. Besides the whole necromancy part.
So that wasn't technically wrong.
Well,
So we go there to talk to these people, and that does what for us?
The Gravebinders, according to my research and few connections, have methods to allow you to be able to sneak through Imperium cities.
But
That's
what's the
cool.
price?
That is something, unfortunately, I am not aware of. I have never had direct dealings with them.
Any other
Also
useful
pretty far.
tidbits?
Well, the only way you could possibly reach that anytime soon, and he's like, kind of fussing a bit, is you'd probably have to take a shadow road.
What's a shadow road?
Without rolling for this, Althea would be well aware. Shadow roads are kind of like gateways that pass through the shadow side of the fairy realm and then spit you out at another spot back in the mortal plane. They're incredibly useful shortcuts where you can, travel 100 yards and pop out 200 miles away.
Yeah, but that also sounds incredibly dangerous because it's in the shadow side of the Fey realm.
Yeah, that's why he's kind of fussing about it.
So is
Uh-huh.
Don't make
going
such a
into
big deal
ghoul
out of it.
city to. I mean, this is all dangerous.
I mean,
We've been doing dangerous this whole
Our
time.
Arabella goes, let's not make a big fuss out of this. We took a train that was literally one of the worst experiences that we had went through, but still, we came out of it alive. I'm sure we could go through this shadow road and come out of that alive too.
Well, in theory, if you could find yourselves a guide, that would, guarantee safe passage. more or
Oh.
less.
Arena's gonna take out Aevin's notebook and flip through the beginning parts. Would there be anything in there that would be about Aevin's dad?
Possibly.
What do you want me to roll?
History with advantage.
Cool. 20.
20. Yeah, there's a couple sections early in the parts of it about Aevin's dad.
I'm part Shatterkai. Well,
Part Shatterkai does not give you
yeah,
the ability to understand. However, looking over things about Aevin's dad did make mention to Aevin about shadow roads and guides. Not really how to get one, but he remarked in his learnings that the best guides to the shadow roads were Fays of the Court of Hoof and Claw.
Oh no!
Comes full circle, baby. Let's go.
gods. She'll just look at it and goes, okay, you may need to talk to Grimstone now.
Grimsnarl.
Yeah, my current grandfather apparently is a full Shatterkai, and he says in here, when he was talking with Aevin, with my dad about this kind of stuff, that the Court of Hoof and Claw is really good about getting people through this whole thing.
Oh, that's not Grimsnarl. That's Pyzeros.
It's your fiance.
That's my fiance.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, just
He
like
should
so you may need
surely help you then, right? I mean, you're getting married. It'd be weird if
Althea,
you-
like, adopts a brief Karask pose, looks at the window, snaps her fingers, and points as a pixie appears, and says, I'm gonna regret this.
You
Summon
snap
my...
your finger, snap and point your finger at the window. Pixie materializes, comes flying, and you hear a smack as it hits the window.
Oops.
I think you're supposed to open that before you actually let him through, unless you meant to do that.
Wait inside the
And then
room
if you
at
did,
least.
it's fucking hilarious.
Kind of abusive from where I'm looking.
Althea, like, stifles a bit of a laugh and goes over to the window, opens it up, and says, I'm terribly sorry.
No, it's my fault, my lady, my fault. I was so eager to get here at the comedy of your summons. When did there become two of you?
Althea picks up the pixie and holds it for a moment, just allowing it a moment to rest and recover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do they need healing? I can help.
It might not hurt, Briar.
Okay, I'll just come up and.
Althea's waiting for the pixie to start fangirling.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You give a little cure wounds on it. You see the bump that was forming on its forehead just kind of shrinks back. Okay. Oh, my lady, your Majesty, Highness, Lord, Lady, Princess.
That's enough.
Yes, that's enough. That's enough.
Never did I ever think I would be saying these words. Summon my fiance.
Right away, my lady. And it takes off out the open window. And it's seconds pass. And then over in the back corner, where it definitely wasn't there a minute ago, there is one of those paper partitions that people have set up to get dressed behind. That is somehow backlit, so you see the entire silhouette of Pyzeros getting dressed. It's kind of humming along. Hell is for the way she looks at me. And then it steps out, buttoning up a shirt. Oh, I didn't hear you all come in.
That's because we didn't come in. You did.
Oh, well, not yet.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What is it with the Fey nobility?
Althea is beat red right now.
So
You see,
Briar.
Red just finishes buttoning his shirt up, comes over to you, gives it a grand sweeping bow as he takes your hand and kisses the back of it. Oh, my dear, my love, I knew you would come to call me. You have need of me, yes?
Great
Yes.
need. She's been needing.
Shut. Althea composes herself and looks at Pyzirus and says, "We need a guide for Shadow Road."
Done. Where are we going?
She looks to Coral.
Coral.
Couldn't remember his name. I almost called him
Yeah.
Karask.
Coral looks up. Your Majesty, they will be traveling to the city of Sual. Yes. Ah, Sual, yes. Fine garden city. He looks at you, Althea, and just kind of leans close. Beautiful oasis within the middle of the desert. Reminds me of you.
I kind of sneak over next to her about. She's like, "You mean I hope she's not saying that she's barren? That'd be bad."
Oh, she's not there,
Remind-
and trust me.
I bet.
Althea
this
is doing
Briar's
her
first time
best.
seeing him. Yes. Why does he remind me of Grimmsnarl?
I don't know.
She shrugs. Shrugs it
First,
off.
first two fiancés we've met have both been overly charismatic
Hey,
douchebags in bed.
He never even asked, so fiance is getting a little ahead of things.
Uh-huh.
What?
We got this.
But yes, my dear, there's no trouble whatsoever. I will be more than honored to escort you all the way through the Shadow Roads.
Good.
Oh, is this gonna be your guys' first road trip together?
Oh, it's the first date. It's even better.
Althea's eyes are daggers.
I
Oh
just
yes, darling, throw your daggers at me.
I mouth, "Bring it, bitch."
This
Althea
room is
will
so
pull out the Warning Guild dagger that Aevin gave her and said, I've been meaning to give this to you anyway. And she'll hurl it past Irina's head into the wall.
I would like to grab it.
Both of you give me acrobatics checks.
Acrobatics checks. Okay. No!
Oh,
Right,
No!
right.
Hurl it, Arena, hand snaps
Snatch.
up, and yeah, you catch it right as it passes by your head.
Yeah. You're just like, "Thanks. I appreciate it. It's nice quality." She just puts it right into her belt. Just goes, your wrist was limp when you were throwing it. You threw like a fucking girl.
But don't you listen to her, darling. I love your slender wrists.
Althea's just glaring.
Look, I'm not sure why everyone woke up with a wild hair up their ass this morning, but
I know.
personally,
I know Althea's gonna have a wild head up her ass.
it's
Briar just bursts.
Put it in chat. Put it
Thank
in
you.
chat.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody put it in
Oh,
chat.
God.
put that on
I
your
don't put my-
quote, Brad. That's a good one.
No!
That's a good quote. God damn it. I don't
I'm
know
glad,
often,
I'm glad
but
to
fuck.
see your friends are so on board with our wedding.
We
Seems to be that way.
very supportive. So, Pyzeros, could I ask you a question about these shadow is it a certain entrance you have to take us to? Is this something you conjure? How do we go about getting from point A to point B?
Oh, the roads to the shadow roads themselves are fixed points in certain places. So, unfortunately, as the Court of Hoof and Claw is one of the ones that maintains them, I simply know where they are. There's one. Which city are we in right now, my dear?
Just.
Jost. Yes, there should be one about an hour's hop away.
How far is a hop?
About two more
No,
than a leap.
And about one less than a trot.
How far
Exactly.
a bee flies?
We'll have to see if we are on the same page for measurements. So, but yeah,
That was a real question. Says Briar.
um,
Quirrell, did you have any other news?
Not at present time, no. But should you be successful in Sewald, meet me back here, and I should have further information regarding the location of Aevin, hopefully.
Why not just come with us?
By coming with you, I'm not talking to my contacts out here and getting further information on Aevin.
it makes a good point.
Speaking of information, what is the state of Zobek?
State of Zobek? Well, it's a bit chaotic ever since Aevin's absconding. The good lady Stormrun is running quite a few things now. She has consolidated even more power. But the city is also seeming a bit prosperous in the wake of having foiled the attempts of the Baba Yaga to invade. There haven't been any more attempts on the walls for the past several weeks, so that's been good.
Uh, Briar just glaring now. Good for whom exactly?
Well, good for the city. It's not being invaded.
I mean, he's not wrong, Brian. As long as
He's-
things are stating at a modicum pace and there's no fighting, means that there's a chance to go ahead and solve it before it gets more messy.
I would say he's kind of wrong from where I'm standing.
Yeah, where I'm standing too.
Twitblade moves and stands next to Briar, where we're standing.
I guess I didn't fully introduce myself. I am a servant of grandmother.
Well, I'm sure your grandmother is a sweet old lady, and that's very
Baba
good for
Yaga.
you. He gets up and gets behind his chair, putting it between you.
He's fine.
Althea, you notice Pyzero stiffen at that too.
Did everyone not
Why
know?
why are they stiffening? Do I know why they're stiffening?
Roll me a history check. Let's see how well you paid attention in your lessons.
Maybe he's just excited to
Message
see you.
tried to
Oh,
poach me.
I rolled a 9.
Not very well.
Don't worry
Okay,
about
can
it,
I
Pat.
roll insight?
Sure.
21.
21. He's not afraid, but he's on guard now.
Explain yourselves.
Quarrel looks confused. I don't think I need to explain myself why I'm concerned here in the presence of a no, not paladin. That's not right, but a chosen of the
Druid.
Baba Yaga.
We're on opposite sides of a war, she says to Althea.
Yeah,
But we are on the same side where Aevin is concerned.
which is to unseat the Lenore Stormrun from her problems that she has with a certain item that's been causing Zobek problems.
I thought he was just defending Lenore Stormrun.
Not from what I
What?
understand it. No. Not for what Arabella said and everything like that.
I'm
I mean, it
talking
doesn't-
about. She points at Quarrel.
do you honestly think that she'd be able to go ahead and do that?
I don't know.
Well, let's not waste any more time. Coral, seek your contacts and we will meet you back here.
Come on, Pancake. I am purposely doing this where Coral can see before he leaves. Summoning Pancake, because he might remember people flying on bees and shit.
So, definitely remember the one flying in on bees that was quite the terror during the initial invasions.
Coral,
Yeah. So I
before.
summon.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
Pancake.
Angie.
Nope, that's it. Pancake
Coral,
is summoned.
Before we leave, thank you for the information. That was helpful. I would also just like to make one request. That you do not bring up ours or Briar's relationship with the Baba Yaga at all with anyone upon your return.
Be foolish of me to direct the personal ire of the Baba Yaga.
Yes.
Yes, it would.
You see, he looks at you, Briar. I trust that for our partnership in this, you will keep my name out of any such reports to your grandmother, esteemed grandmother.
As long as we don't. As long as you're not aiding Lady Stormrun, we'll be fine. And no, I won't mention your name.
See, he nods his head, gives you all a curt nod as well, and he heads out. But Pyzeros looks over to you. I'm sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say Arena was gonna stop it for like 2 seconds before he leaves.
Yeah, go ahead.
She'll kind of like whip him around, like kind of like just hold on for a second. We got off to the wrong foot. And first, I want to apologize. But I've had to bury multiple members of my family and friends that I'm supposed to have trusted for the last 24 years. And I knew that I found out that the person who's raised me is the same person who Aevin killed and resurrected, and who also killed my mother and my grandfather. So if I came off a little bit harsh on you, I didn't mean it. I'm just tired of fucking burying family members. I'm tired of getting lied to. Okay?
Well, I understand that. Then let us all make our best effort to retrieve your father alive.
And I'm not going by that fucking Talia von Liebenhausen bullshit. It's Arena. Arena Elsdeath.
I assume so. That's how you signed your messages.
I mean, yeah, but just in case anyone asks.
So if anyone asks, I'm supposed to tell them your actual name is Irina.
Yeah, because Elsdeath isn't in anyone's ledgers or notes other than the letters I've sent you.
Not to say, he goes, okay, I can do that.
And she'll give a small, like bend down, give a small hug and just goes, please, let's find a way for me to get him out. I'd at least like to have a regular life for once.
Well,
Promise we will leave no stone unturned.
I appreciate that. God, I time to go in the shadow woods.
He goes and leaves out.
Okay.
Ashley, do you want to say something?
Althea turns to Pyzeros and says, well, dear, lead the way.
She goes,
The insight Pyzeros, because you did mention he also was a little weirded out.
Your nat 20, first of all, who do you want to give your inspiration point to?
Althea, because she's at the tip of my
I
brain.
do not need it.
Okay, Arena? Hello?
Brian?
I have a retroactive inspiration point
Okay,
from
who needs one?
the thing.
I need one. I'll take
I
it.
do. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead and give it to Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff said it first. So.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some lying.
You kind of have an idea of why he might be afraid of you, in which I'm going to explain now, so you're just going to kind of get it anyways. He kind of pulls you in a little bit out there, so he can kind of whisper to you, goes, "My dear, you travel with a chosen of the Baba Yaga?"
I do indeed. She is a close friend and confidant.
Do you remember what happened when the Court of Clouds attempted to curry the Baba Yaga to join within their court?
Do I?
Roll me a history check with advantage.
11.
11. You don't know of a Court of Clouds.
Yeah, no. She says no.
Well, no, I mean, like, you know of the list. You run through the courts in your head. There's no Court of Clouds in the list.
What are you talking about?
So the Court of Clouds attempted to curry the Baba Yaga to joining their court. She kind of dabbles within our realm, but not quite. It's complicated. But she said no, and they pressed the issue. And that court doesn't exist anymore.
Hmm.
That
Well,
does not surprise me, considering things she's done in the Margrave, where that my parents have told me about as well.
was all of
but-
that whispered to Althea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brian,
Never
you're
mind
just
then.
kind of, but you're not 20. You're kind of aware. Oh, that's probably why he's afraid. You know, your grandmother's offhandedly mentioned what happens to Faye that come and try to make a deal with her.
Hmm.
Althea will look at him. I travel with a close, trusted friend who has saved my life on multiple occasions and has proven to be nothing less than a great ally. I
My dear, you
respect her grandmother as a force of nature to be reckoned with.
Yes, my dear. That's exactly how I treat her. I don't treat her with suspicion. I'm treating your friend with deference and caution.
A little nicer than grandmother. Unless I didn't hear this. Is this still
You
whispers?
heard that one.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Althea and him have kind of gotten a bit louder now.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
talking normally.
Briar does say, I'm a lot nicer than grandmother.
And I am honored to make your acquaintance, Lady Briar.
Lady Briar.
I assure you,
Thanks.
if you
I'm
intend
not
to
used to-
continue courting me, you will find that the company I keep is kept for a good reason. All of them.
He hasn't offended me, Althea. It's okay.
No, that was less protecting you and more informing him.
Okay.
So I have no such problems with, treating her. I don't have to meet the Baba Yaga, though, do I?
Not yet.
Why would you?
I don't know. Lady Briar, my court and stuff, as you're probably well aware, do not treat with the Baba Yaga unless we have grave reason to. And most of the time, those attempts don't go very well for either side. So, I'm not entirely certain how to properly address or deal with you. We kind of have a you do your thing, I'll do my thing, and we don't talk to each other political system with the Margrave.
I'm not usually used to being treated like somebody. She
Well,
says.
Let me put
I'm
it
just a
to you
girl.
this way, Pyzeros. When Lady Briar eventually finds a mate and gets married, I imagine that the Baba Yaga will be in attendance at her wedding, as will I.
I imagine I need her permission to marry.
you're gonna need more than her
Briar.
permission as well, probably.
What do you mean?
Probably your dad and your mom.
No.
From the stories I heard about your dad, that's a different story.
Well,
Well, let's not waste
alright,
any more time.
I am an adult and I can handle that, but I do serve grandmother and yeah, it's her decision.
By the way, Brandon, are you muted?
No,
Okay, cool. I was just wondering. I was just like,
I'm
that has
just
been an issue.
yeah.
Sometimes we
said
gotta
anything.
check.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta check.
Zeros goes, understood, and for the time being that you are in my care, Lady Briar, I am at your service, and he gives you a very deep bow.
Thank you. Do you know Grimsnarl?
Count Grimsnarl? Yes, he throws the most amazing parties.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Joyblade sent him a message that he wants to talk to me, and I'm pretty sure he does know who I serve, unless Amelia kept that from him. Which would be weird.
See, as you're
Wondered.
on your way out of the place now and making your way out of the city towards where Pyzeros is leading you, responds back. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I remember something. Grimsnarl was in court a day or so ago, or a couple of days ago, proclaiming to everybody he had found some fair maiden that had caught his fancy, and he was planning to marry her. Is that you?
Fucking knew it.
I think it's me, and
I can
I'm
confirm
waiting
that
to
it
find
is
out-
you.
I knew it.
I'm waiting to find out what grandmother wants me to say when he asks. He hasn't asked yet.
Well, has he sent minions to kidnap you and bring you to him?
Oh, yeah.
Arabella's just in
Yeah.
the back laughing.
I think I didn't do it, but the minion didn't make it back.
Sometimes they don't make it that way. My beautiful Althea sent back a couple of them without their heads once.
Althea's
Uh-huh.
kind of twitching.
Well, I don't want to kill any of them, but I don't think grandmother would take kindly to me being abducted.
And
Oh, it's
sometimes-
less an abduction, and it's more a show of love amongst the Fae courts. You know, it's the way for the prospective mate to show that if someone were to abscond with you and kidnap you and take you away from them, they have the means to bring you back to them into their arms. You know, happens all the time with Fae. You say the wrong thing, then you end up trapped in a small tiny cage in their castle somewhere. So the ancient Fae reasons for this is, you are able or someone within your employ to show your capability will kidnap them and bring them to you to show, hey, no matter where you are, I can always have you brought back to me.
Okay. All right. I guess that's okay then.
I wonder how Lessa feels about all that.
Wonder how who?
What did you say?
Alessa,
Oh,
he was technically kidnapped by the undead. Go and save him.
Yes.
Yeah, we're talking of Fae though, not
Yeah, it's
undead.
a Fae thing. He goes, yes,
Hey,
unfortunately, never
it's
quite
not Fae.
successful with my dear Althea. He kind of leans down to you, Briar. If I have another chance, if you could help out with that, maybe bonk her on the head when her back is turned, I would be greatly appreciative of it.
I accept the terms.
I was going to say I'm Althea's friend, and I just support what she wants.
Well, she wants to be married to me. We have the rings.
I know.
But I want to show that I'm a proper and capable mate for her. So I want to make sure I can tell you, hey, I can save you.
didn't one of your servants return to you with a hoof print in his back?
Yes, he did. He hops kind of crooked now.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find some. If you're ever going to rescue Althea, you're gonna need some. You're gonna need a lot better servants.
I see. More rabbits then. Got it.
Honestly,
No.
you may not need them at all because Althea is quite capable herself.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
very
she is.
capable. Yes.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is if she is so capable that if she ever gets caught up, you're going to need to be ready to fight gods.
Althea subconsciously rubs her neck.
Do you know who else is really capable? Ari's really capable too. He like could save anybody, and you can actually pray to him like a god. It's a real coincidence that he mentioned gods, and then it's sort of like that. So are we going or?
You actually are on the way. You're like walking out of the city right now.
Oh,
I'm gonna just
okay.
very
So I'm
very
writing Pancake.
as
Mhm.
sly as I can give Ari like a little wink.
I see. I understand where you're going with this, Joyblade. I understand. Ari, would you be willing to be employed by the Court of Hoof and Claw on a contractual basis?
Pretty good deal.
It's not bad.
I don't work for a contractual basis. I work based on whether I think it's a worthy cause.
Well, what cause is more worthy than true love? Huh? I ask you that.
Oh,
Yeah, Ari, true love.
Yeah.
Well,
Saving
you
the
know, here's
market.
the problem. I really don't know that I've seen much in the way of true love besides my parents.
Oh, but that means that you
And my
believe in true
parents,
love.
she's like glaring at Ori now. And what about my parents?
They're on the rocks. You just found out. Ari had some news he didn't share with you.
uh, all right.
Well, you know, the family. I mean, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys come about to a particular part of the deeper part of the woods, to a tree that looks no different than any other tree. And Pyceros goes walking up to it, knocks on it for a moment, puts one of his long rabbit ears against it. Uh huh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. One of these. Does anybody have an acorn by chance?
That seems like the sort of thing I might have. I
Yeah.
don't know if I do. I'm gonna dig
Yeah.
around.
Seems likely you would have that in a little pouch.
Yeah. Or in one of my pockets, since my
Mhm.
pockets hold a lot. Yeah. So yeah, I'll get that out for him.
Cool. You take that out, hand it to him, goes, "Thank you," and he eats it. Eat a snack.
I thought this was a spell component.
This is the what?
A component.
Oh, no, you don't need a component.
Or
You just need to
ritual.
clap your hands back and forth together, rub them forth, and say shim shala ba. And then you kick the tree, and he kicks the tree, and a small part of it opens wide. You can kind of see into the trunk, and then it stretches further and further out until the tree has this humongous swirling blackness inside of it. Now, okay, truth be told, maybe you just have to kick it.
well, I'm not surprised you're a man of dramatics and theatrical, so of course you had to add some flair to it.
Once you
It
do
has
that
a
kind
you
of thing,
you hired the best, and if you hire the best, you expect a bit of showmanship to go with it.
Fair.
Now, come along, and he dives forward, hands above his head as if he were diving into a pool, and just jumps straight into it.
Hmm. It, I, aside from his not failure to understand consent, I almost like him. She says to Althea. Almost.
Althea doesn't say anything in return, but she does don her tiara from her father before entering.
Yeah, I will
Oh,
follow on Pancake.
Arabella just rolls her eyes and is just like, okay, we've got this bunny prince that is obviously for the dramatics. Princess is going to be dramatic by pulling out her tiara. They are such a perfect match.
I'll have you know it's not for dramatics.
Uh-huh.
There is
course.
a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
We are entering the realm of the Fae. I am a Fey princess.
Uh-huh.
As Althea says that, Joyblade will start to walk towards the tree, and I'll cast Prestidigitation, so you hear a bunch of like royal horns and stuff going off. Like,
Oh my god.
and I'll say, Princess Althea, and he'll start to walk through. Has made her entrance into the Fey realm, and then I'll just cross through.
Arena will do the thing with the Dungeons and Dragons movie where she just kind of falls
That
into
did-
the hole backwards.
Anyway, I think the whole party goes through the portal.
You
I'm not
all pass
creating
through.
diplomatic
Brian.
incident, right? I'm not creating a diplomatic incident, right?
Done.
Between Althea and Paizeros.
Sure.
Good.
You all go through and find yourselves in a plane that looks kind of similar to where you just were, except the sky is kind of white, a whitish off gray bit. Everything kind of has the same shapes as normal, but nothing has color. Like even you look upon yourselves, you're all monochrome now.
Fireball loves it.
Give me a lot
My
worse.
bugs.
It's fine. Now they're like black and white bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arbella's like, this is beautiful. Although, and then she like pulls out a vial of blood and she looks at it and she goes, this is the only thing that is letting me down. I like the color of blood.
Now it can look like you're drinking ink.
Oh, no. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys move through about this weird, twisted forest here, deep in the Shadow Realm. As I said, parts of it kind of look like even the trees. They have the shapes of trees, but they're just pure pitch black, so that you can't like make out any definition. It's like as if you just cut it out of the frame and removed it, so it was just black there. Like you can't even make out the individual pieces of bark. They're so dark. The sky doesn't appear to have any kind of moon or sun. It's just always this gray that kind of gives this semblance of light, but it's not real to that either. And Pyzeros leads you on throughout the place, not in a straight line. He's every now and then you watch his ears will just kind of twitch or tilt, and then he's suddenly like, okay, fork here, and then back this way. Okay, now we need to turn around.
Okay.
Until his ears kind of flick again, and he goes still. He goes, okay. For this next part, just everybody, just be cool. Lady Briar, if you could not announce your exact self, so that doesn't make things more complicated, you would be doing me a huge favor.
Uh-huh.
As you see, the gnarled trees kind of seem to get even thicker as you come around a bend, where a group of 6 Shadow Fae stand like in a group. See one of them, a short female with these long black horns that curl around, kind of like a ram, around her ears, with this deep black breastplate, the long leather skirts, calls out, "Halt! In the name of the Moonlit King!" See, Paizeros just kind of like gestures, get you all to stop, and just kind of needs gives a bow. Greetings, greetings. I, Prince Paizeros of the Court of Hoof and Claw, on my way with a group of travelers. Nothing to really worry about here. See, the female comes walking forward and like just looks past Pyzeros. Her eyes immediately track to the tiara that Althea is wearing.
Althea's on guard, but
Mm-hmm. You don't recognize the name?
I didn't hear the name. I'm sorry.
The Moonlit King?
Why do I know that name? Hold on.
Isn't that your father?
Is that?
Yes.
Your father is the Moonlit King, yes. It says your mom is the Queen of Air and Darkness. Your father is the King of the Moonlit.
Oh, Althea kind of grins mischievously.
It's just sitting there kind of confused, and Ari just kind of elbows you. Isn't that your dad?
Oh. She doesn't say anything.
Very well. She comes forward, stops over in front of Joyblade. Name?
Oh, Joyblade.
Name of your patron?
Althea. Amastasia, daughter of the Moonlit King.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage.
That wasn't very convincing. Persuasion with disadvantage, you said?
Yeah, she's just walking over and told her, "Who are you? Oh, I'm friends with the princess of the Pharaoh."
Okay, 9 plus 9, that's 18. That's not even with expertise, baby. Just wait.
All right, she's got +4 on hers for 8. She like stops and stills and goes, "What?" And like snaps her eyes back over to Althea because she said, "One over here wearing a tiara."
Althea chuckles.
See, by zero, just you can see him kind of like holding in the giggles as well. Just walks back over you very calmly, gives a polite, short little bow. Princess Althea.
That is I. And these are my friends and companions.
I see. Might I inquire as to the purpose of your travels through the realm?
We are on our way to rescue one of my companions who is at immediate risk of death.
This is very good. I shall log that in the books. She kind of fidgets a bit here at this. My lady, I am required by decree of your father to request payment as toll for those passing through the realm.
How much?
She looks over to Joyblade and takes in his countenance and goes, "A single kiss will do."
Oh!
Karina just kind of looks and
No.
goes, "Oh, really?"
Arabella's already shaking her head and looking at him like, I don't even fucking think so.
I'd like
You
to
might be
insight.
thinking someone else.
Althea like grabs the Fae's face and turns it back to look at her and says, "Then a kiss you shall have." And grins mischievously. How does she react first?
She doesn't deny you.
Okay, Althea kisses her.
Cool. You kiss her for a moment. She goes, and she has this kind of shuddering moment as she goes, "Oh, you're warm."
All that was going through my head was when we did that, and Chris didn't we made some sort of deal with Faye or something. What did we do? And Chris got lit up by a lightning bolt. That was the flashback I was having of like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris getting laid
everybody
out.
had to take turns getting slapped.
Oh, that's what it was. A slap.
Yeah, and
That's right.
if you had broken a vow, you got struck by lightning.
That's what it was. Slap. I was trying to remember, and I'm like, one of us are gonna get hit by a lightning bolt or something.
Yeah.
A few of you would probably notice that why she makes that comment is there's no source of heat in this realm.
Mm.
So it's not cold per se, but it's not warm either. It's at this, this unsettling room temperature.
Arena finds nice.
So it's hard to tell because there's no color here, but you think she blushes a bit. Just that little bit of contour change to her cheeks. You honor me, princess.
She nods to her. Your payment has been given. What else do you require?
Require nothing else, Your Highness.
Good. Then please make sure to inform my father of our passing.
You go. She blinks a bit. Goes. I don't have to inform him of everything about that, do I?
She smiles mischievously and says, only if you think it would be to your benefit.
I'll think about that. Make way, let them through.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Arena from up above, just looking at Althea and go, that was hot. I was totally willing to go out and give him a smooch. You don't need to worry about it, me.
Yeah, but my smooches have more power.
Oh, I see how it is.
Once upon a time, there was a time when Ari would have turned the lady's eyes. Apparently, no more.
It has to do with specifically because of Joyblade's coloration is kind of similar to Shadowface.
Yeah, he's gonna blend in a little bit, look a little more.
Yeah, it's because there's no sunlight for your hair to glisten in.
I finally done it. I finally outshone Ari.
Oh, that's
You
fun.
outgrade me.
I'm finally the pretty person.
And now I'm the pretty one.
Oh, congratulations, my friend. Congratulations.
I mean, look, it's always nice to be like appreciated, but I'll tell you what, I really thought that was gonna be a bloodbath because there was no way I was gonna do that to Arabella. So good call, Althea. Well done. Thank you for saving all of us from starting some sort of inevitable war.
Inevitable.
You know, it's bound to happen at some point, right? There's gonna be a fight.
No, it's completely evitable.
Not if she would have went for my man. Just saying.
Wait, we could have given her someone else's.
Hi,
It would've worked
Zeros.
out.
Lead on.
Yeah, he ends up leading you on. He goes, almost there, almost there. And they did not give me a map for Seawall, did they? That's weird.
Ah, yes. Random town map, number 43.
The especially weird part about it is I have a handout that has, like, there was a map, but they didn't make one, that I would be able to, like, put the group on. It's weird.
While you figure that out, can Arabella have a moment with Althea?
Yeah.
All right, so if they're walking, Arabella's gonna kind of catch up to Althea and say, do you mind if I speak with you while we walk?
Of course I don't mind.
And she's gonna kind of look around for a bit, and then she'll finally look at her and say, I owe you great thanks for what you did back in the gut of the Tarrasque. Taking out the Ghoul King. It's been all that I have wanted to do for so long, and I gave that up for love, but I had so many mixed feelings about it because all I have wanted is revenge, and you did me a great honor by eliminating him rather than us just letting him die in the Tarrasque from whatever the fuck could have happened in there. So, yes, thank you.
I could tell that it caused you great distress to let him survive.
Yes, saving Joyblade was worth it, but I don't feel like I would have been able to peacefully leave that Tarask knowing that he was still in there. So it just meant a lot that you did that for me.
Well, I'm glad that it has made you happy.
And now I find myself in thanks of you once again because you took the kiss. And I didn't have to possibly end up killing one of them in this realm. That would have been bad, but it would have been a rash decision that I would not have been able to come back from either.
Believe me, I quite enjoyed it.
Well, it looks like it. You got to get enjoyment where you can, especially now that you're going to be trapped. Oh, not you're going to be happily joined to the prince.
Althea raises an eyebrow at Arabella. Right.
Yes. Once again, congratulations. You two truly are a perfect couple.
She rolls her eyes.
Well, that was all that I wished to speak to you about. I know that I needed to get that. Thanks. Said I didn't want us to like make a whole journey and then eventually like, oh, on your wedding day when I'm your maid of honor, be like, oh yeah, thanks for doing that.
One last thing, Arabella. It is unwise to lie to a fae, especially my father, should he ever ask anything of you.
I'm aware. Oh, I'm sure that I doubt that he'd ask anything of me like that would make me need to struggle with that kind of thing, but she's kind of just fumbling over her words at this point of, yeah, don't worry. I'm sure that everything will be fine. Your father kind of reminds me of my dad in some ways, and it's so, I think I'm gonna kind of try to swerve around any situations like that, please.
Well. Hi, Zeros. How much further do we have?
Oh, we've been here for a while. I was just waiting until you two finished your lovely conversation. I thought you could use some girl time.
Thank you, Prince Zeros.
So, Paziris, you were saying how many children Haragon have on average? That's
So
normal.
on average, we have at least 12. You have to be careful when you do that 12. If you want to go for the 13th and then something happens and you're stuck with unlucky 13, that's bad.
Wow, right. So you've got to blow right past 13, 14, 15 is what you're thinking.
Sometimes it's the best way, yes.
My goodness.
It relies more on the mother. So
Althea is glaring at Joyblade, and she grabs Arabella's arm as she starts to walk away and says, Arabella, if you don't put a leash on that man.
Joke's on you, he's into that shit, Ashley.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Arabella would have said. She would have been like, but that's what he likes.
He got mad the last time we did that in front of you.
She's gonna go, you know what, let me just go shut him up, and she'll get her arm out and just go kiss Joyblade and be like, darling, I just need you to be quiet. You're the prettiest man here according to the other one, so just stand here and look pretty by my side.
He'll bat his eyelashes, but he'll stop talking.
You guys go passing through the exterior portal that leads you out of the shadow realm and back onto the normal good old material plane. as a warm gust of air filled with a scent of exotic spices, hot sand, and incense passes through these trees. The change in temperature from cool darkness of the shadow realm to the heat of the Southland deserts is immediately apparent.
Whew.
Is it really bright, like daytime?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arabella's cursing under her breath.
Meanwhile, Althea is rather happy to be here.
Nice.
This is the most summer I've felt in a long time.
Bees like summer too.
Joyblade will take his jacket to like further take it off to like further shield Arabella from the sun, as best he can. Like roll up his sleeves because he's probably not super keen on the heat either.
Yeah.
But he'll try to hold it over her head to try to block out as much as he can.
By far the worst part is the paladin in gleaming armor that just, reflects all of the sun.
So bright.
Arena's actually just is gonna pop down from flying and just use her wings as a giant shade for everybody.
Oh
guys-
my goodness.
Head out of this little bit of trees. You see, we're in just a very small little oasis, and just a decent distance, almost as far as you had to travel from Jost to the portal, is in the distance is a gleaming city.
Well, let's get walking.
Speak for yourself. I have a mount for now.
As you guys get closer, you see the city is bustling. There are camel and mule-drawn carts that are passing through the streets here. Urchins that run back and forth, occasionally picking the pockets of merchants or other travelers. Storytellers walking amongst the visitors of the city, loudly telling tales of 10,000 different heroes in lyrical, poetic languages. Sellers of all manner of goods are everywhere. It doesn't seem like there's a particular street dedicated to selling, like you guys are like a normal marketplace like you're used to. It just seems there are people everywhere with a stall set up. There's clashing scents of luscious fruits, cooking meats, perfume, incense, middens, body odors. It just makes the air intoxicating and repulsive in equal turns.
Keep up in the air out of pickpocketing reach,
Mm-hmm.
but still with the party.
Right. You guys make your way forward, seeing all the little things going on. A warm gust of air filled with the scent of exotic spices, hot sand, and incense passes through. Actually, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Suddenly, you guys come to a stop because there are 4 figures in front of you, clad in leather breastplates. They are 4 raven folk. Hail and well met, travelers. I see you have journeyed far and arrived just in time. See, while sun may soon be setting. Might I offer you my services as a guide for a mere 4 silver an hour?
Althea looks at the rest of the group.
Arena will. Arena's seen a shiesty person before.
How
So what
shady is this guy?
I mean, insight.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for, but I accidentally closed my character sheet.
8. This guy is super on the up and up.
Okay.
That's
For about
20.
what
11.
about- Okay, Briar had a 21.
I got a 27 on mine.
Oh.
Yee.
To Briar and Joyblade, Arabella, yeah, this seems perfectly fine. Why wouldn't it? To Briar and Joyblade, they go, no, this is a trick. This is probably almost guaranteed. He's going to take us, lead us into some dead end alley, and they're going to try to rob us.
Yeah, Joyblade's a carny. He ought to know.
Yeah, I'm also like a carny and a con man. So no, we're all right. We appreciate it. We're not your average tourists. We're on business. Thank you, and I'll like kind of guide us around, but I'll keep my eyes on them as we go away from these individuals.
What's the plan from here then?
What was the name of the group we were looking for?
The Gravebinders.
Gravebinders. Well, let's start by looking for a cemetery.
Or maybe we should go to like
They
a
might
more
have a-
common area, like an inn or something, and ask those folks, anyone that might know.
That sounds like a plan.
Give me one sec, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom real fast.
Okay, these
Yeah,
dice are
when-
super fun. I'm just gonna say it, guys. You should definitely consider buying Go dice because this is like, I miss rolling dice. This is super fun. Sorry, what were you saying, Rosie? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm trying to remember.
All you gotta do is just let Arena know what they look like, and she'll do her best to figure out.
Well, I don't think we know, right? I think that's part of the
We
problem. We're not sure what
don't.
they look like. Yeah.
Okay.
They might have a building or something if they're this important, like a tower or. I mean, they don't probably just live in the graveyards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my intuition says they're probably not in the public eye. As if I remember correctly, necromancers are not very well reputed in general.
Close to where the ghouls and things are, I'm not so sure. But I mean, normally, yeah.
Are we near the ghouls?
I do not know.
I thought this was just sort of the
Place we need to go.
detour we have to take so that we can get the stuff so that we can
Yeah.
get near the ghouls without, having the entire Imperium on our tails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember. No, upon hearing, yeah, let's go to a cemetery, Arabella's only thought is maybe there's an available casket that I can get inside.
Mm. That's a good point.
Okay.
It's a pretty sunny place.
You want a large one so you can share it with somebody? Like Joyblade?
Mhm.
You know what?
I'm not sure they make them that roomy.
They do make them that roomy. I do recall that there were like double ones made back in Morgao for families. So, yeah, there's ones that are.
We're like a little mausoleum type thing. We can use the whole room to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later, suckers.
Oh my god.
Okay. So where are we off to?
I think
Yeah.
it was decided we were going to an inn.
To an end to ask some questions around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to a poor inn, a nice inn, expensive one.
Medium
What are we looking for?
class.
Hmm?
Medium class.
Medium class. Cool.
I was gonna. Well, yeah. I guess that's. I was gonna say like a sketchier one because if these guys are playing it low key and probably aren't as well known or not in the limelight, we should go where the seedy people go, right?
What if we like split up and
Oh,
like in a pair of like twos and go and explore each one.
Okay, I think that doesn't it cost money to be a wizard? She looks over at Ari. I don't think they'd be. I think they might be more wealthy.
I like
Maybe we
Arabella's idea of splitting up then.
Yeah, that's. Are we sure about that? I mean,
we could all collectively go highest to lowest. We just go from best to the worst until we get the answer we're looking for.
Yeah.
that could be. Yeah, sure.
It's like a pub crawl, but we're also investigating. This could be a lot of fun.
Well, let's start at the top. Work our way down.
Starting at the top and working your way down. All right.
All right. Just going with the bed, girl.
What?
She asked who's going with me.
We're not splitting up.
Oh, I think you just said we were splitting up.
No, we said
No,
we
we're
were doing
going
a
from
crawl.
nicest to
Oh, okay.
seediest.
Find yourselves at an inn called the Flask and Crow.
By the way, did Paizeros leave us, or is he still with us?
Yeah, he's still with you. He's been kind of falling behind.
All right.
As you
He's
kinda look back at
not.
him,
He's not staying with Althea.
Well, yeah, just a little bit behind you. As you look back over at him, you see he's sweating terribly.
Baron looks back. Good.
Althea is actually a little concerned.
She's a little surprised at that about herself.
Yeah, she's kind of surprised about that one.
I can take a look at him. Well, I mean, I think he's just too hot. I mean,
Yeah, I think. How hot is it, like temperature-wise?
You're in the desert. It's late afternoon. It's got to be in the upper 90s at least.
Yeah, but it's also, if it's in the desert, not humid. So
You're right. It is not humid. It is very much a dry heat.
So the fact that he's sweating.
Oh,
I
you
live in
sweat.
a
You
very
sweat in the
dry
desert. Trust
state.
me.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna say.
that's what I was gonna
I've
say.
been in the
Always
desert.
dry heat.
I've been there. I walked
Well,
7
I was-
miles from Boulder Highway to the Strip in Las Vegas.
Brad, I was about to be like, you're saying it's in the upper 90s for us in Arizona. That's like, oh, that's a medium. Like that's a normal temperature.
Average day.
Yeah.
Well, the appropriate temperature for late in the afternoon is starting to cool off.
I'm gonna medicine check him, make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
19. Yeah, clearly not used to this kind of temperature. He's not that kind of rabbit. He's probably in danger of being dehydrated soon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would tell him is you need to drink some water. Briar says, buzzing up to.
Yes, I'll get some water as soon as we stop at this inn here.
Yeah,
Can we stop
okay,
at this inn
okay.
here?
Here, I'm gonna give him my water skin.
Mm-hmm.
Have a drink, and we'll go to the inn.
Yeah, hand him water skin. He thanks you profusely. He takes some big gulps of it, and you guys head into an inn called the Flask and Crow.
Okay.
Very nice place. It's a grand half-timbered building. This big slate roof on top of it, and an innkeeper at the back is a young male dwarf who welcomes you in. Come on in, friends. Come on in. What'll you be having?
Water all around.
I water all year round. You got it.
Barkeep.
Yes, my lady. What can I do for you? If you're looking for something to eat, I recommend the steamed goose and clove. Comes with a nice glass of rum and a dried peach.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
We're
that sounds
actually looking for some information.
We can still have lunch while we do that.
Do you want me to take over for this? I can speak his language if it comes down to it.
Just
Just
a
saying.
moment, Arena. I was simply going to ask where the best place to procure information would be.
Right.
Well, depends what kind of information you'd be looking for, milady. If you're looking for work, there's a job postings board over there. If you're looking to sell something, if you spit, you'll probably hit a merchant willing to buy something off you.
She motions to Arena then.
In Dwarvish, she'll look at him and just go, we're looking for something a little bit more on the shooty side.
Well, what can I do for you?
We're looking for, God, my brain automatically just forgot the name of these guys that we gotta find. Fuck.
Grave binders.
The grave binders. Just like, we're looking for the grave binders.
Roll me either investigation or persuasion.
Investigation.
14.
Rolling low today.
Yeah, he goes, grave binders. Yeah, they usually work out of the West Gate, where the entrance to the Grand Necropolis is.
Appreciate it. Any
Hang
you can
on.
tell me
Your 14 check gives you a few things. I'm checking.
Okay.
It says, yeah, it's interesting. Yes, the grave binders, they've been putting out requests lately for some assistance. Some kind of zombie in the necropolis. It's pretty weird, usually they have a pretty good handle on that.
I don't know.
Actually, now that you mentioned it, it's been really weird because the necropolis has all these ancient protections and stuff on it, but then there's been this zombie thing. It comes out during the day only.
Good to know.
Is-
While this is going on, the rest of you are sitting at the table, and while Althea was talking to the innkeeper first, you guys flagged down one of the waiters to get order of food and lunch to come around.
Yeah.
Briar, you take a sip of your water, nice, cold, and cooled by a small cooling cantrip someone must have used on it. And then all of a sudden your eyes roll all the way back up in your head, and you go stock still.
Oh,
Okay.
Hundreds and hundreds of miles away, deep in the Margrave Forest, in a small hut that sometimes walks around on chicken legs.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
The Baba Yaga blows into her fireplace and sits back in her chair, and embers burst up out of the flame, swirl around in front of her, and take on the outline and shape of you, Briar. So you
Okay.
find yourself, whisked all the way across the world, straight in front of your grandmother, who sits there holding a gnarled staff in her long, spindly fingers, her wrinkled face gazing at you with these piercing yellow eyes. Standing a little behind her, to her right, behind the chair, arms crossed, is your Uncle Auric.
Auric
Oh,
doesn't
boy.
usually stand there with his arms crossed over
He
me like
doesn't.
that.
No, he doesn't.
No, I'm kind of scared.
Briar.
Yes, grandmother. I kind of bow.
Mm-hmm. What news do you bring to me?
I wrote to Lobera. I know what we need to do. I spoke to a fortune teller that knows you, actually, Amelia. I need to take this magic from Lady Stormrun. And that's what she's using. She has an item.
Yes, my daughter told me as much from the letter you sent to us.
Oh, okay. Then what other information are you looking for from me?
I wish to know, you speak of a possible alliance with the Goblin Court. Their army would be of great assistance to us with our diminished numbers following the siege of Zobek. With it, we might renew the siege. Are you willing to do that in my service?
Of course, grandmother.
Very well, then. Darling. And she turns her head slightly to Oric.
He will break from his serious pose and smile and go, "Oh wow, yeah, I didn't know how long I could keep that up for. It's good to see you, Briar. Yes,
You're
yes.
scaring
my
me,
sweet-
Ulrich.
She said it was a thing. We were doing a thing. I'm just happy. Yeah. What were you saying, dear?
You will go to the court of the goblins and you will negotiate for us this contract of marriage.
Is there? And he'll start patting his like armor. Is there
Mhm.
like a list of specifics that I should write down to request? Are there some like some things like what, Briar? What would you like out of this marriage? I feel like you would like something to benefit, right, Briar? We should give Briar something out of this too.
I just want to ensure that the Stormruns are defeated and grandmother remains in control of the Margrave.
Oracle write it
Ensure
down.
that their army will come assist us in the siege of Zobek. Tell them we shall grant them a piece of land in which they may set a goblin, I don't know, town, hovel, whatever they do. Make sure they are aware of the rules in treating upon the Margrave and of nature. Goblins are usually pretty good about that sort of thing. If you give them a solid rule to something much bigger than them, they kowtow to it.
Town rules of the Margrave. Kowtow. Got it.
Very well.
Briar. Also, just stay safe and tell Ari. We're thinking of him too. Want him to stay safe. Hope everything's going well with you kids. So good. So exciting for you guys, right, darling? It's so exciting,
Yeah.
Briar, out there in the world. It's so great.
Thank you. I mean, it's good to see you, and I'll tell Ari. And yeah, we're just planning to sneak into the Ghoul Kingdom and rescue somebody.
Yes. Be along with you, darling. I want my army soon. And she stamps her staff, and a hole just forms underneath you, and you just fall.
Okay.
You see, she turns back to you, Briar, and goes, "See to it that these. Wait, you have planned to gain this magic from the Lady Stormrun?"
Yes. The person it was stolen from is what I was led to. So, he does want it back, but I don't know if maybe he would be an ally too because of a common enemy.
I see. Stay close with them. Find if there is a weakness we might exploit should he prove to be our enemy.
Yes, grandmother.
And congratulations on your impending marriage.
Thank you, grandmother.
She stamps her staff again, and you whoosh, the embers disperse, and you snap back to your body.
My parents are gonna kill Uncle Oric specifically because they can't exactly do anything to the Baba Yaga.
The Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
See a small frame, 3 foot tall halfling just shaking or just like, dare you sell my daughter after a fucking goblin?
But marriage is a great
It was
thing.
her
We're all
idea.
married. Yeah.
It was her idea.
She
Like,
brought it to us.
Yeah.
Just fucking feed you to Waffle right now, you son of a bitch.
All right. Yeah.
Waffle
so I
will be
guess
the
I'm
grandest of ring bearers and flower girls.
Yes, you would look great in a dress. I understand that, but not right now, Waffle.
So Briar snaps back to her body. You all saw her like freeze up and go stiff, and eyes roll the back of the head.
Briar?
How long was I gone?
About 5-6 minutes.
Okay.
Althea is probably standing over Briar at that point, then kind of fussing. Briar?
I guess when I come back, I just kind of shake my head, take a big swig of water. Ah,
Right?
What the hell just happened to you?
I just had to commune with grandmother.
Oh, I thought that they had said the boy needed alright.
No, no. Don't worry, Paizeros, I didn't say anything. I mean, Prince, fuck. No, no, what is the proper, what do I, Althea, what are the title, how do I address people? I need to know this because I'm gonna need to know this.
When we are performing or carrying out our duties, you may address us with our titles. When we are within places of importance such as the courts, you may address us with our titles accompanied by our names, or with simply Your Highness. And
Okay,
otherwise, you may address us by name.
Well, I know that you're my friend, but I mean, I don't know.
If you wish to address me in a matter less formal, you may call me Paizeros if we are friends. I would hope that we might be called friends. Perhaps that is presumptuous of me. If you don't want to call me by my first name, given that we aren't friends, you may simply refer to me as Althea's boy toy.
Arena dies laughing at that on
Yeah.
Arabella's shoulder. It's like, what's his story?
I'm sorry, Althea, but I am starting to like him.
He's starting to grow on me, even though I've had to kill a couple of his fights.
Yeah.
Oof.
Thank you, buddy. Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking to my.
I feel like I want to call you Paizeros as a friend, but the boy toy thing is really hard to pass up. If I'm honest.
It's too hard to pass up now. Oh, Lord.
You know, it's just one of those things. If you speak things out into the universe, they become true. You give names to an idea, and it has power.
You gotta manifest it, Althea's boy toy. You gotta manifest it.
Manifest his boy toy.
Althea is like carasking so hard.
Her face is as
I like
red
that
as her
that's
hair.
become a term.
That's
our verb
so
now.
good. I'm so
How does
glad
one
that's-
address a count? And if someone marries a count, are they a countess? Or
I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
you do become a countess, and you just the term for a count is simply count.
okay, it's not highness, or is it like your grace, or
No, your grace only comes about the terms if you're like an earl or higher.
Okay.
Althea places a hand on Briar's shoulder and says, "Don't worry, we will have etiquette training."
I'm gonna need it, Althea. I think I'm gonna be a countess.
Oh, you gotta get married too. Fuck me.
It's not
Double
official
wedding.
Yeah.
yet, but my uncle is negotiating it. So yeah.
God, and he's got a high persuasion, but he's a bumbling idiot, so I don't know how to
Oh,
figure
Ari. Oric sends his love.
Oh, you had a chance to talk to Oric. Am I on
Yeah.
mute?
No, you're on, but you sound like you're coming from a different mic.
Who?
Ari.
Brandon's mic.
I am coming from a different mic, so to speak.
Okay.
Grabbing the food.
Yeah, I felt like the need to walk around, so I had to put on my phone headset.
Gotcha.
Good stuff.
All right. What were we doing before this?
We need to
We were
find
heading
Grave
to
Runner.
the necropolis. They need
Yes,
some.
the
Wait, I
the
thought
Gravebinders
by
hang
now
out
we had it
at the
figured
Grand
out that
What'd
sorry,
you
Brandon.
say,
Yeah.
Brandon?
I thought we had figured out that Pyzeros and Althea were getting a room. Joyblade and
Okay.
getting a casket.
A cat.
Excuse?
Arabella and Joyblade were getting a casket. And then the rest of us, we hadn't figured it out yet. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I guess we might as well get rooms.
Yeah,
sounds friendly.
especially.
is
This this goose is really good. I assume I got lunch.
You-
Well,
I
Rena
you
would
said-
have
talked-
ordered it.
Sorry, Brad.
What?
You said it was like late afternoon now, right? Is
Yeah.
about what time it was? Okay.
yeah, Arena, well, she was talking with the dwarf innkeep, would have gotten us all rooms and would have paid for them already. And
So
also would have given an extra 5 gold for his time.
Mm-hmm.
do we?
How much does it come out to?
We've probably been 2 gold apiece for rooms.
Okay.
Actually, no,
so
you went to the nice place. It would have been 5 gold apiece for rooms.
That's fine.
Okay.
So 5, 30.
So do we want to take our time and stay here, or did we want to go to the necropolis to speak with the Gravebinders?
We can go zombie hunting in the morning.
The thing comes out during the day.
Comes out.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's why I think she's saying go hunting in the morning. But we might want to just go ahead. We got a little bit of time this evening. Why don't we just go talk to them this evening so that we can be ready and know what to prepare for in the morning?
That
That
Sounds like a
reasonable.
plan.
How giant is the giant peach? Briar is totally invested in food. There are some stereotypes.
It
that
wasn't
he
a
might
giant
be
peach, it
little
was a
food.
dry peach.
Oh, I thought he said giant peach. Oh. I'll just go with Briar also misheard, but
There's also disappointed. That's just a regular peach.
yeah. Oh, okay. I thought he said giant. All right.
I'm now thinking of James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah.
I'll do some reconnaissance once we get
Dried
done.
peaches are still good. Sorry. What was that?
I just said I'll do some reconnaissance when we get done.
Okay.
So we finish eating,
Mhm.
and then I guess we're going. Did you find out where the Gravebinders were, Arena? You said
Yeah, the Northern Necropolis.
which is where?
Then in the north.
North?
It
North.
says the Northern Necropolis. It's probably in the north. Not to be condescending, but that's cardinal
You
directions.
did get it was like northeast of something like the Western Gate. He gave you kind of a general idea of how to get there.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
it's there.
finish eating, and then Irina guides us, I guess.
Mhm.
Is Pizzeros coming with us?
Do you want him to come with you?
Does
That's
he
the
look capable?
He seems like he's got something to drink now. He seems better, and the sun's starting to set, so it's cooling off. He seems okay.
I meant in combat.
It's a good question.
Gotta find out.
Pizzeros,
Yes, my love.
do you know how to fight?
Well, yes, I engaged in some sparring amongst with my friends, a bit of fisticuffs, and he like raises both arms in front of him like a 20s boxer.
How many people have you killed? That's the question.
Oh, none.
None.
Why
Now-
don't you stay here?
Irina will stop at the Althea for a second. She's like, no. He can pop his death cherry here. It's good practice.
Wow.
No. We don't want to break the boy toy.
Killing people isn't practice. It's a tragedy.
It's not really a tragedy if we're trying to kill the undead. They're already dead.
No, undead are different, except for Arabella.
It was even more different.
Every time you guys say undead and speak of them like that, Arabella is sitting there rolling her eyes like, what in the fuck are you all trying to say about me?
You guys are
No,
all
I
fucking little
actually-
livists, all right?
I'm sorry. I think that
Lived,
some
yeah.
of grandmother's knights might be undead, and I
One eats
don't
brains, the
know.
other one eats blood. All right, that's the difference.
I just realized the group is mildly racist, and Arabella is like that one
No,
person that
Briar
got folded
shouldn't
into
be.
it.
Yeah, because I know that the Baba Yaga has undead servants, so Briar is actually should be pretty cool. I just wasn't thinking.
Well, ultimately, Althea, he's your fiance, so if you'd like him to come, I'm sure I speak for everyone. We'll keep our eyes out. We're not gonna let anything bad happen to him. And then he'll whisper in your head psychically, unless you really want something to happen, in which case just say the word, and then let us
She
know what you
thinks
want to do.
back
He'll
to him and says, I have to go through with the wedding first.
All right, he's staying alive, everybody. So is he coming with us, or
He's
well, look out
staying
for him. He'll be fine.
here.
Staying alive.
Did you say that out loud?
I definitely switched and
You
said
said
it out loud.
everybody.
Yeah.
Of course he's staying alive. But you better hydrate, she says very sternly. in his
Hi,
direction,
Xeris. Why
pointing at him.
don't you do your
Uh-uh.
best to make this suite as welcoming as possible?
Oh boy.
He goes, "Oh, I got you, my dear," and he winks at you.
Hydrate.
Oh, I'm gonna need to hydrate, all right.
Mhm.
Uh,
You're definitely gonna need to hydrate.
Electrolytes.
Hmm
I feel like I'm gonna regret saying this.
Nah, don't
But
ever.
Arabella leans over to Althea and whispers in her ear, "Are you sure you're ready for that? I remember what happened last time."
Althea does not even hesitate. She open hand slaps the shit out of Arabella.
What am I gonna do to avoid that?
Yeah, both of you give me acrobatics checks.
Okay. Mm. Damn it. Damn it.
Damn.
She knocks you out of your chair.
Arabella she's laying there on the floor and just goes, "Oh, that was marvelous. Do it again."
Althea starts walking ahead.
I don't even know what I just missed. Says
Wait,
Briar.
Althea, me next. Don't leave me hanging.
I will help Arabella up.
She'll accept Briar's hand to get up, and she goes to Joyblade, and she's like, "I can take care of slapping you later."
There you go.
Oh my god.
The scoop gets weirder and weirder every single day, Addy.
Indeed.
You guys go heading up towards the northern part of the town where the necropolis lies. The sun begins to set, and the hot, dry air of the desert gives way to the nightfall. Temperatures quickly start lowering down. As you guys get closer towards the necropolis, you see a female human in priestly robes kind of standing outside the front of the gate, a small staff in her hands, as she kind of stands there looking expectant of you.
What religious symbols?
None that you recognize.
None that I recognized. Do they look holy?
Kind of.
In their own way.
I'm just gonna call out to him. Oi! We looking for the Gravebinders. We heard they might need some help, and we're certainly in need of help. Is that you? Could you point us in the right direction?
Greetings to you. I am Farah Hidadi. I am matriarch of the Hidadi Gravebinder family. We had received word that you were looking for us and on your way. I welcome you, adventurers.
I'll give her like a curt little half bow. Well, yes, thanks for your hospitality. We were in need of some assistance, but We also heard that perhaps you needed a bit of help as well. Maybe we can work out some sort of trade.
Wonderful. Might I offer you food and drink in my manor?
It sounds quite lovely.
Cool. She leads you down a little ways to a manor that borders the necropolis. The necropolis is like Central Park in New York. It takes up this huge chunk of the city that everything is kind of built around almost. Leads you into this very nice appointed manor. As you get in, and you guys are various fruits and things set out aside for you. She goes, now, what might I be able to do for you?
Althea, kind of. Well, you see, we're trying to get to a city within the Ghoul Imperium to help a friend of ours. But, most of us, as you see, are living. Which is a bit of an issue when you're trying to go unnoticed in that part of the world.
But
We were
we
told-
don't want to actually all become undead, unless some of you want to. But I don't. I like
We're
myself
not
the way
here
I
to
am.
become undead, no.
We were told you might have some means of disguising our livingness. I don't know.
I see. Much of what you speak of is rumor. We gravebinders can move through the grand necropolis and such places not with magic or trinkets, but because the laws of the place allow us this bit of leeway. Fortunately, in recent months things have changed and the rules are not being applied to things. We are meant to be able to prepare those who have passed on to the afterlife during the day, before leaving the area to the undead to roam into the necropolis at night. However, something causes the dead to be more restless than usual, and despite our efforts, we have been unable to perform these duties. There is something causing the dead of the necropolis be to be uncontrollable in a sense. She takes a drink of her wine and thinks for a moment. You seem to be skilled adventurers. I have something that might be of use in your quest. If you might be able to enter the necropolis for me and find what is causing the undead in it to freak out.
With or without murdering all of the undead.
No, you can't murder undead. They're already dead. She looks over to Arabella as well. These undead are not quite like the normal ghouls and ghasts of the Imperium or like the vampires. We put them in the necropolis, and the rules of the necropolis kind of let them rise and still move about, but they are contained within it. These ones, you destroy them and cast them down, but the next night will come and the necropolis will raise them again anyway. The numbers are ever unchanging.
What if one of us
Interesting.
dies? Do we just come back the next day as a undead too?
Kind of.
What if,
Um,
would we be able to
You
use
wouldn't be able
our
to
own magic
leave.
to come back?
Oh yes, if you are raised by the necropolis, then you are bound within the necropolis. We have very strict protocols about letting anything out of it. Fortunately, the
Yeah.
bindings of the walls prevent such things.
But if someone falls, and would would it be possible to bring them back with my magic before, rather than let
Oh yes,
time
quite
pass?
easily.
Okay, that wouldn't be a problem. Okay. Just
Do
want to make
you
sure everything will work.
do you have any idea when this first started? Was there any sort of sudden change? Anything that's been going on of note that would kind of coincide within this when this started to begin?
I don't know exactly when it started, but Goldamesh, our resident gravedigger, he might know much more. He's become rather reclusive lately, but if you pay him a visit, um, perhaps you might be able to get some more information out of him.
Well, we intended on venturing into the necropolis in the morning.
Necropolis?
The necropolis?
Sorry. I heard.
It's like Poop City.
Welcome to the
God
Necropolis.
damn it, no!
No, we've had enough of that.
It'll never stop.
No,
Never
we
stop.
We've
definitely
had 4
more than enough of
iterations of Poop City in this campaign alone.
No more. Anyway, Arabella's gonna say, okay, well, we'll definitely speak to them. Should we, if he's been so reclusive, would it be wise for us to say that you sent us his way?
Yes. The other option you have, should you wish to pursue it, would be to speak with Shafuka Shiham.
Who?
Shafika Shiham. She is the matriarch of the Sphinxes.
That sounds intriguing.
Yes, she resides in a tower just north of the gate where we met. You can go and speak with her and see if she might offer some assistance. I might recommend you bring some fresh meat for offering.
Just kind of
Is
look at her.
there a preferred type of meat?
Not generally.
Good to
True.
know.
Good to know. I just give her that exact same look, just like time to hunt less. Just like old times.
Yes, just like old times.
We'll take care of that. Ah,
Alright. We shall make the necessary preparations. One last thing.
Mhm.
I have suffered some injuries from the last time we encountered ghouls. Are you able to help me with that? Perhaps all of us with that?
To cure about your injuries, I might have some poultices that might help.
She shows the necrotic damage.
Yes. Right of that. I think I have something here. And she goes over to a cabinet and begins opening up. And goes, yes, this should do nicely. And applies the potion on the rag and treats your wound and cures you of that necrotic damage.
Okay, does Briar have that as well from being bitten before?
Technically, you guys lost that when you got a long rest.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I thought necrotic damage stayed until removed.
No. Poison or diseases and certain things like that do, but the particular one that you get from the bite of a vampire only stays until you get a long rest.
Gotcha. Okay. Well then, never mind.
Okay. I was confused and now we're not.
No. Not like when Joyblade almost got Deracool fever.
yeah, that was.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
It's so funny. I was talking to Hoffa not too long ago, and I mentioned that I got it in this campaign. He's like, "Oh, did anybody just kill you like I suggested the first time around?" Nope.
Mhm.
It was me that had it the first time around. When it came around to you, like I had moments of just flashing back to remembering mine.
What if we
God.
just kill Soraya? And we talked about it for a good 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been like a hard reboot. Yeah, I remember that because Lance wouldn't let her sleep within his 10-foot radius.
That's right.
to get
Like,
the
no,
bonus on
stay
his
away
saves,
from
yeah.
me.
right.
Oh boy.
Althea's gonna guide the group back to the inn.
Okay. You come back to the inn, Althea, and you see there are rose petals that lead up the stairs to your room.
God damn it. I knew this was a bad
You told him
idea.
to. Althea, are you okay?
Althea looks at Briar, and even though her face is calm, actually roll insight on
Okay.
Althea.
16. Oops, I. Oh.
Meets it, beats it.
Brad?
Both of you roll a d6.
Alright.
Man.
Wow.
All right. Actually, how much do you want to give to Briar?
Briar can tell that Althea's eyes are full of emotions that aren't usually there.
Althea, if you don't want to do this, just tell him you're not married yet.
I have no choice.
You're not married yet. You do have a choice.
I have no choice but to marry him.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you have to do this tonight if you don't want to.
What? No. Althea's not concerned with that.
Oh, okay. Then what's wrong?
She
Never mind.
doesn't really say anything.
All right.
So, is it just to her room?
Well, yes, it would just be to your room.
How many rooms in total?
Arena, did you buy a room for everybody, or did you buy a room for each pair?
I bought a room for each pair.
Okay.
Okay.
So
does
one
that
for
mean
Althea
Ari
and
I have our own
Fazeros.
rooms?
One for Briar and Ari. I think you guys shared a room before.
That's what I was wondering. Did you get one for us to share, or are we separate?
I would have said got one for Briar and Ari just because of the fact that I know that they're family, so I don't have to worry about them doing weird shit. So most likely I'm gonna see that going up to my room that I had for Althea and go, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you all this. Annabella, let's go do some hunting.
I don't mind getting one more room if you want.
No,
on
it's
your
not
own,
that
Ari.
fucked. It's just we gotta
I was
do the
talking to
whole.
Ari.
I mean, yeah, but still, might as well go ahead and get the shit done while we have the chance to.
Arabella, like her eyes look like they're pleading, and she's just like, "But it's been too long. I need to, like, this can wait, right?"
I'm gonna get my own room. I'm gonna pay the
Fine, I'll go
$5
hunt
for a room.
myself. It's fine. Go ahead and do your thing.
No, I want to hunt too. I'm saying, can you give us? You know what? I don't know how much time.
Exactly. So I'll go out, do my thing. Adi, if you want to come with, or anybody else wants to as well, I'll be more than happy to have you.
Althea looks at Briar and says, "Don't lead too far."
Ari's just sort of confused and then goes out and like listens to the prayers in his head.
Got it.
And sees if there's anything he can help out with.
Althea's gonna open the door.
Oh, as you go up the stairs, Trailblade will say, hope you have a good time, and then I'll give you a bardic inspiration just in case. I don't know what you're gonna use it for. To
When you said
avoid
don't be too
whatever. here's a bardic inspiration, Ashley, for whatever you're gonna attempt to do.
You
Okay.
said don't be too far. Do you want me to come with you, or just be in my room so you can
Just
find
be
me?
in your room.
Okay.
All right, out there, you open the door to your room. The flower petals lead on in there to the room. It's just lit with candlelight. And there in the bed with only the sheets drawn up over his waist and a full rose stem in his mouth is the prince.
Is he wearing any clothes?
Doesn't look like it.
God damn it.
I doubted it. Yeah. Wait, Grimmsnarl did the same thing. I swear to God, they both went to the same like courting lessons or something.
Pyzeros, this is not the way to win.
He takes the rose out. What? You told me to make the room perfectly presentable.
As
What presentation is better than this? Tell me, and I'll do it right now.
well, first put some clothes on.
He says, "Oh, all right," and he gets out and pulls on a pair of pants.
That's better. Althea is kind of shy at the moment, surprisingly. She just kind of sits near the window.
I should have gone with a bubble bath set in the middle of the room.
That doesn't sound half bad.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Give me a second. He opens up the window and snaps his fingers and points. And a couple of pixies come in. He's like, "Okay, I need a small or a large bathing bucket set up over here. I need oils and bubbles and very nice warm water, just the right temperature." And like a Disney princess, but having fairies instead of woodland creatures come in, they haul in this big God, I can't think of what the word for it is. It's like basin for
Yeah,
bathing in, drops it in. The other ones come in with buckets that start pouring in water, and other ones with oils and things. And yeah, in quick, chaotic fashion, a full bubble bath is drawn in the middle of the room.
Althea is blushing heavily. And I think she's going to... I think she's going to actually take the bubble bath.
Okay.
Pyzeros, just stay over there.
He's standing over on the other side of it. Is okay? Do you want me to turn around?
Yes.
Okay. He turns around, moves a mirror out of the way.
That's nice of him.
She's a little shocked, but she does take the bath.
You settle down into the bath. It is perfect. And just soothing to all. You've been walking and traveling a bit. You haven't had a very good chance to kind of relax and let your guard down very much. And so you have a moment of your eyes just closed and just exhale, and then you feel the comb going through your hair.
She opens her eyes.
I see Pyzeros is over there behind you with a very small, dainty comb. It's just kind of working through the knots in your short hair.
Aww.
Is she still in the tub, or did she fall asleep?
Hard for you to say. You're still in the tub. The bubbles fully cover everything. It's just your head is leaning out, laying on a small towel to rest your head on. You're not sure. You might have fallen asleep here just for a little bit.
She doesn't say anything, but she starts blushing again.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't comment. Just keeps running the comb through your hair, occasionally taking a little bit of water and running through it. And you can feel him massaging a bit of soaps and stuff into your hair to wash it out.
Thank you.
Of course, my love.
Can you use my name, please?
Can I call you Thea? Ooh, how about Allie?
Ugh. No.
Althea.
Ain't gonna be able to get that girl on fucking discount. This ain't an AliExpress.
Althea says no. My actual name, please.
I'll come up with a better one eventually.
Well, she just kind of nods.
For example, my name, Pie-Zeros, it's such a mouthful. You could call me Pie if you want. Zero, that one fits in there too.
Althea, like, mutters under her breath, like... Actually, I don't know if she'd actually say it, but she thinks to herself, like, you know, Pie Pie had crossed her mind. So... Anyway, she just kind of tries to relax a little bit. Eventually she leaves the bath, rinses all the bubbles off and stuff, and changes into some sleep wear.
See, Pie-Zeros speaks up as you're finished getting ready for bed. If you are still uncomfortable with the thought of being intimate and with letting your guard down around me, I can go and speak with the delightful innkeeper about getting another room.
Intimacy will have to wait. But you don't have to leave. Pie-Zeros, enlighten me. What is it that you find so enrapturing about me?
He tilts his head for a moment, like one of his little ears kind of flops up. He goes, "What is there about you that is not to be enraptured? You are fierce, intelligent, strong-willed. You see something that you determine to do, and you attack it with all of your being. You have no fear of standing up to Queen Mob if it suits you. I saw what you did at our tea dinner. How many would simply, the soul would leave their body if your mother, the queen, glared at them in that way. And you stood your ground. They've seen you do that since we were children. How could I not give my heart to such a woman? Where else would I find a woman such as you in all of the plains?
She doesn't, like... She kind of nods. And she pats the bed beside her.
Yeah, sits on the bed next to you.
I suppose I have been extremely unfair.
In what manner?
I was just... For one, this custom of a kidnapping to prove love is just abhorrent, and I hate it.
That is it. Very well. Which custom would you like me to do to prove my love for you?
I'll let you know, but that's not what I was trying to get at. I resented you simply because of my distaste for certain actions that were deemed customary. And I don't believe that that was very fair to you.
I don't feel that I need to, but you are forgiven.
I was not asking for forgiveness.
Well, you were apologizing. Even though I don't think you needed to apologize, for I felt no such grievances on my end. But if you are seeking some sort of forgiveness from me, you have it wholeheartedly.
How about this? I will do my best going forward to not be as resistant toward your favors and courtship attempts.
Very well, then I shall endeavor, he kind of sits up straight, to only offer gifts and tokens of my adoration to you, and I shall no longer make attempts at having you marry me, for if such point will come, it shall be you who shall ask me to marry you. So whenever you're ready, you can just come kidnap me, or whatever custom you decide we should have.
For now, just remain safe and help us accomplish what we need to do before this wedding in a month and however many days.
So shall it be.
Althea is going to lay down to sleep and rest.
Mhm.
And she will leave part of the bed open to Pyzeros. She won't explicitly invite him, but she won't, disallow him either.
Okay. He crawls into the bed on the other side. You feel the weight shift in the bed, but you can feel that he leaves the gap of space between the two of you.
And she goes to sleep.
Cool. Let's go check in with Arabella and Irina out hunting.
Arabella's gonna go. So what kind of meat are we thinking?
It's the question. Are you planning on draining it first?
Oh, of course I'm planning on draining it.
Well, there you go. There's the answer.
Yeah, but I mean, do we want to go that route, or do we just want to find an animal that we drain?
That's the question. It's up to you. I'm just the eyes and the long range abilities for you to deal with. What do you want to do?
you know what? Go ahead and do a flyover. See if you can find something that seems vulnerable, whether it be animal or human.
And,
Either should do.
and she'll make a motion to start flying up, but right beforehand, just like, are you planning on marrying fucking Joyblade too? Just fucking leave me out in the fucking lurch?
There hasn't been a talk of marriage at all. The only thing that has ever been talked about between the two of us is children, but that's mainly coming from him. So
Um,
I right now, that's not really none of that's really on the mind.
I'm sorry, it's just a little fucking difficult for me to start thinking around other things when it's Brian getting married, fucking Althea getting married, like all these fucking shit going around there.
No,
I don't.
there's no talks of that for us
Okay.
right now.
Alright, if you do, I'm your fucking maid of honor, right?
Of course, like I'd ask anybody else.
Of course. Alright, I'll do this fucking thing. Alright, before I go, male, female, hair color, all that kind of jazz. Are we doing animals or what?
Whatever looks like it's going to be vulnerable and not attention grabbing, I suppose.
Got it. She flies up. What do thine owlin eyes see, Brad?
With your owlin eyes, and give me, let's go investigation or survival.
We're gonna do investigation. 20.
20. It is a bit later on into the night now, but there's still quite a few people that amble around. The streets are kind of alive. The city is a bit more open as it cools off. But there are still sections you can see where there are, the dark spots where the lanterns don't quite reach, the seedy back alleyways where people are doing small deals and things like that.
Particularly anyone who would be performing any kind of illegal activities.
Tons of them.
Cool. One that seems it would be able to take out pretty quick and efficiently.
Yeah. And there's a small group of 2 people. Looks like some kind of deal being made. You see them whispering, and one like hands out a thing. There's something being transacted back and forth.
Anything I could pick up with observant?
Not from above. You can't see their lips.
Okay. All Althea will our Arabella will hear is like an owl hoot. And like you'll see her point.
Arabella will follow that lead. And, if we're going for someone like that, I've come up with a really good idea on what to do. Yeah, she follows her lead.
She's gonna watch you, figure out what you do, and if you need to take the other one out, she'll be ready.
All right, so is she coming upon one person, or is it like 2 that are making a deal?
2 people making a deal.
Okay, does one seem like the seller and then the other one the buyer?
Yeah.
Okay, so she will kind of stand back and watch to see the person that is buying finish up their transaction and walk away.
Okay.
And then she'll go up to the person and say, "Hey, I saw your little transaction. Can I ask what you're selling?"
Selling. Give me a persuasion check first, actually.
Okay. Persuasion.
Not bad.
16 goes. We're selling luck potions, dear.
Luck potions. Huh.
Mm-hmm. That's right. He pulls out a small little glass filter in front of him. You see there's this golden liquid inside of it. Beautiful thing here. It gives you the absolute best luck right after you drink it for an hour. Having a grand deal here, only 50 gold.
Well, that sounds all fun and dandy, but are you selling anything more fun?
More fun than this. You see, he reaches into his pocket. I got this one here that'll turn you into a llama. If you're looking to get wild like that. No judgment here, okay? It's kind of popular.
Arabella will still have, I believe, the Kubla cane on her.
Yes, that's what my mind was going to. So I was trying to get a good range on what this guy is selling because, yeah. God. Because right now she's kind of getting the vibe that this person just sells. That they're like those people that sold snake oil back in the days of being like, oh yeah, you take this snake oil and you're gonna feel amazing.
The worst thing they're doing is selling a fake good time.
She's gonna just kind of slyly smile at them and go, "Are you tell me, are you a purveyor of hitting the harder stuff?"
He goes, do you have something particular you're looking in for in mind, sweetheart? I know how to get it in this town.
Actually, I have some that I would love to pass on to you.
Oh, we're doing that. All right.
Yes, I mean, I see you over here doing your own little side sells. Why not don't I bring you something much more fun than some potion to turn into a llama or have some luck?
Oh, honey, you could show me a good time.
I'm sure I should, but I'm sure I could, but this will do better. And she's gonna take out a little baggie with, the white substance. And what can I say this is? Because I'm not gonna say it's Kublicane.
Oh. I can't tell you anything, otherwise I'd be able to give you a good idea.
Bro, what's what is, can I just go with a name of something that we know? Because I don't know any of the drugs besides Kublicane for D&D.
Sure, go for it.
She's gonna put out and go, now this is the good stuff. This is pure cocaine right here.
That's it?
Oh no. It's got some really, really imagine like you put acid with cocaine and you're doing both at the same time. I have had some really crazy times on this, and you know what? If you are truly looking to have a good time with me, I would suggest this to help out.
Okay, well, are you selling? You want me to buy that off you?
You know what?
Like, I'm confused. What the offer is here? You want to sell me a little baggie of basic cocaine?
No, I was gonna try to sell it to you, but I'm honestly offering it to you at this point because you do seem like someone that could really get down for some fun.
Like, yeah, maybe when I was 15, I would have been offering up all on this, but no, right now, you gotta get the good stuff, the real stuff. If you ever had Kublicane, that will change your life.
Of course, I've had Kublicane. Are you saying that? Wait, what is this person human or are they undead as well?
The Dragonborn.
Does Kublicane affect a Dragonborn the same way? Will they just die?
Yeah, it affects mortals all the same way.
Okay, good. Have you had Kublicane?
I just said I did.
Oh, God, I'm.
This conversation is nutty.
You know what?
Okay. I see what's going on here. Okay, we don't need to put up this front. You just strike me as a young girl doing something to piss off her father. So just kind of tell me what it is you're looking for to deal in that, will piss daddy off. We'll make a deal for that. Because, you're coming over here with this bag of stuff. You think it's cocaine, but honestly, I'm not even sure if you know what cocaine is anymore.
She doesn't. The moment he brings up her dad, she doesn't even give it a second thought. She is killing the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Pushes him into the alley and just bites him and drains him.
Cool. Are you gonna grab him first? Or are you gonna bite him first? What's the plan?
I gotta grab him first.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
I have a ready to action if he's gonna do anything, just in case.
Well, first he's gonna fight, try to fight being grappled. So that's what's
Oh,
gonna
of
happen
course.
first.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't
23.
know about that one.
He's got +3 on strength, but I ain't gonna help him, I don't think.
Nope.
Sorry, there was a new button on my dice tray. I wanted to see what the hell it did.
Yeah, so the moment that he says looking to piss off your daddy, that's the moment she just gets mad, so she like her eyes go red and she just completely grabs him, throwing him into a corner, and yeah.
That you grab the 6.5 foot tall dragonborn, lift him up off his feet, and slam him up against the wall.
Yep, and then she bites him.
Cool, give me a bite attack.
Yeah.
Got him.
Look,
Yeah.
slurp.
After that, she'll wipe her mouth clean and signal up to Arena.
Okay. Let's go. As we're gonna be bringing this body out and everything, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace on the two of us.
Cool. One of you give me a stealth check then.
I will take care of that because I get advantage.
No
that one you
advantage
have.
because it's the two of you.
That's funny. no,
Cool,
I-
that'll be a
yeah.
31.
Okay. Well, no, remember because of skill expert. I have
Yeah,
advantage on stealth
I'm
checks now.
declaring no advantage on this one because it's a group stealth.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Damn it! I wanted to give her inspiration.
I tell you what, I'll let you give the inspiration point to somebody though.
Yeah. Who needs it? Who needs it?
I do.
Okay, got it.
Thank
got it.
you.
Yeah. All right, cool. So not a problem. So 31. It's just you just see Arena like kind of covering her wings on the rest of the body as you're kind of like pulling the other side, and it almost looks like the Ark of the Covenant. As we're kind of this guy over.
Okay, you get his hands, you get his arms, I'll get his legs. We'll carry him out of here. No one's gonna just be cool. Just be cool.
Yeah. It's fine.
What?
Just says in a low voice, "This motherfucker brought up my dad. Let's cut him up real good."
Oh shit. Oh yeah, he deserves it. All right, let's go.
Where are we taking it?
We should have thought about this before we killed him.
Let's go to the I would say let's go to the fucking the necropolis. So we got the fucking body there, just like here. There's our payment for tomorrow.
You know what? I'm not opposed.
Oh, fuck it, why not? What party magic items? Oh, we have an extract of llama. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, can we get those potions off of his body?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So, yeah, Arabella's gonna get all those potions, put them in her bag of holding, and then they'll pick up the body and take it to the necropolis.
Okay. You get one of each of those. The rest of them you broke when you slammed them up against the wall.
Oh,
That's fine.
Yeah. And you guys abscond your way out, carrying a body between the two of you.
Just walking through town with a body and
Just like a sheet or a tarp or something thrown over him in between the two of you.
yeah. Oh,
Ari, what are you up to as you roam through the town, listening to the prayers of the lost and forgotten? Actually, an idea. Let's see. +4. 20. Ari, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is for core passive 16.
16. Okay. You're wandering through the city, listening up to the prayers, and then one catches you. Weird. It feels like almost like someone was talking right close to you. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. And you snap around, trying to figure out where that came from, and look and see a small child rushing over into a nearby alley with a familiar pouch held in their hand. And you look down, and your coin pouch is gone from your belt.
I slide over to him, pick him up, gently-ish.
Give me an athletics check. You got +1. 7 for me. 11. Cool. Yeah. Kid tries to outrun you, but very long steps. It's easy to just kind of catch him by his collar and lift him up. Hey, let go of me. I didn't do nothing.
Then why are you holding my pouch?
Like, this is my pouch.
Then why were you asking to not be seen?
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything.
Oh, you were praying, all right.
What?
And that is my pouch.
Fine. He holds his hands out to you to hand it over.
Now, what are you doing out and about, taking decent people's money?
They weren't going to miss it. We just needed it for food.
We? Who's we?
He clams up.
You know, I enjoy giving help to people, but you kind of gotta let me know how I can help you, okay?
We don't need any help. We're fine on our own.
Then why are you stealing people's money?
Because we gotta eat. No, otherwise we'd just go hungry. You look up past him, down into the dark of the alleyway, and most people wouldn't be able to see it, but you have that elven vision that lets you see into the dark places just a little bit better than other people might. And you see a few eyes kind of staring back to you. About half a dozen of them in total. Children, very small, very malnourished, clearly living on the street.
I probably don't know enough about Sewell to like help them in any way beyond giving them a few coin, do I?
Probably, yeah.
Well, we should be a little bit straighter with me. Talking about what you keep saying we. You mean all of your friends down this alley here? How many of them are you? What, 6, 7 of you?
Some adults you don't have parents. You're just an orphan. They'll snatch you up and take you as a slave. Because they know no one will miss you when you're gone.
Well,
You're not going to take me to the slave pens, are you?
oh hell no. You know anybody in the slave pens you need out?
Few.
I can't make any promises, but if I get an opportunity, I'm more than happy to set a slave free. I come from a land where slavery is just known to be the worst, most evil thing you can do. So, yeah, if I can free a slave, I will. In the meantime, looks like you need a few coin. Probably get in trouble if you had gold, right?
If you get caught with anything valuable, it gets taken. It's the way it is.
Yeah, not easy on the streets, is it?
No. But I'm the oldest, so it's my job to take care of everyone.
Well, what gets you dinner for the night?
5 silver?
Damn it, all I got is gold.
Fine, probably just give it like 50 gold, like here, just come for the month.
Yeah, except like he said, it just get taken from him. So
Yeah, true. Well, you could just pay a tab. That way they wouldn't be able to take the money.
Yep.
That way they can eat for free. But I'm not here.
any food merchants around here you trust?
There's a bakery around the other corner. Istanbul's.
About
Sometimes
once.
they'd let us take the leftovers from the day.
Not nonsense, Ghoulbusters.
The Stimbles?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what. Give it a little bit of time, but next time you go there, you should find you get a little bit more than just the leftovers.
So he nods his head. Okay.
Now about these slaves and slavers, like I said, I can't promise anything, but anyone in particular you think really should not be like needs to be released, gotten out, what have you?
Go there, mister. You'll see the ones that don't deserve it. And he takes off down the alley.
All right, I go over to Istanbul's.
Mm-hmm.
Good day, my lord. Hey, ran into some young kids. Not doing particularly well. Didn't think it would be helpful for me to give them a bunch of coin, but they did mention that you help out every once in a while, so I thought maybe you'd be a good person to make sure they got a little extra help and
I think something like that could be arranged.
so yeah, I was thinking here, what's how much help would 25 gold be for them?
25 gold here. For them children, they don't eat very much, so I imagine that'll do them a good month and a half at least. Not more, much more than that.
Yeah, well, probably help them out for it was 25, so yeah, let's help them out for 3 months. And 50 gold.
It's 3 months, sir. You have a deal.
Thank you much, my lord.
Cool. And you go heading out, Ari. Joyblade, what are you doing?
Joyblade hung back the the tavern, the inn where we have our rooms, because this didn't go bad for him last time, so he didn't learn a lesson. But he's still there drinking, and he'll probably talk to whoever's there. I don't know. I think Briar, did you say you went up to your room? Did you stay too?
Oops, am I? Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was muted. She did because she's kind of being available for Althea.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Joyblade then would be downstairs on his own. Likewise, trying to keep an eye out for Althea, but trying to play it cool, like that's not what he's doing, but talking to whatever patron is at the bar, and he would say, "Look, I think she'd be a great mother. I'm not opposed to marriage. I would probably take
Oh
her
my
last name.
god.
I don't even know, really remember what my family's name was, nor do I care, but I would probably take hers. She's got a much stronger tie to family. Did you want a drink? I'll get some.
I'll have a drink. Tell me something. There was this bunny fella in here earlier was telling me that if you wanted a woman to marry you, you had to kidnap her first. Show your talents and that you could really take care of her. Because if you could kidnap the woman, you could show that you was a good kidnapper. Maybe he explained it in a better way than I did, but it sounded like a good idea.
You know, that was pretty much what he said. Yes, that's how he explained it. Being a good kidnapper demonstrates your value. And I'll get more drinks from me and this patron next to us. Tell me your plan. Maybe I can help you. I'm not the planner of the group, but perhaps I could assist you and help you.
Assist me? You're gonna assist me in another round is what we're doing here.
We're doing another round. Yeah, the bunny is up there with my friend, so I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. She seems reluctant, like she's gotta do it, but she's very much about her duty, though I'm not sure how to help her without crossing a line. You know what I mean? It's a weird, complicated thing.
I thought maybe she just doesn't know what she wants. Maybe she's just buried under the weight of obligation and expectation for so long. She's never really sat down and thought, what do I want to do?
Man, that's existential. I'm writing that down. Yeah, I'm gonna say that to her. I'm gonna quote you. What was your name?
George.
George. George, what's your last name, George? I have to give you full credit for this.
Oh, no last name, friend. Don't worry about that. Yeah,
All
I think
right.
the next round's on me.
Right, George. I like you. You've got a good look about you. You're pretty cool to hang out with.
That's what everyone tells me.
Yeah, I walked right into this one, didn't I, George? Yeah, what are you in town for? We're trying to get to the necropolis. There's some things in there we need to take care of. I think they need help. What are you doing in town?
Business. There's this huge contract that just came out into this town here.
Oh, are you a bounty hunter, George?
Oh, no, more a traveling surgeon.
Oh, what sort of surgeon takes a contract, I wonder?
Well, if you have another group that needs to hire someone to come and they can't deal with it, so they hire another surgeon to come because he's more skilled at the kind of thing, or so they just want it dealt with quietly on the down low so people don't know what's going on with it. Sometimes you just need a surgeon because there's an apple tree, right? And all the apples look the same. But there's one apple that's not the same as all the other apples. You just want to get that one out. But you don't want no one to know that the tree made a bad apple. Because, then they might think all the other apples are bad. So, they just hire old George to come down, get rid of that bad apple nice and quiet.
You must be good at what you do, George. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be resonating with the bad apple in this scenario, but it does speak to me on somewhat of a spiritual level sometimes, I think.
Oh, my friend, I'm pretty sure that's just because you've just been the odd man out all the time. But that doesn't make you the bad apple. Sometimes it just makes you the black sheep.
Yeah, black is a cool color. Arabella likes it quite a bit. that and red, so I wouldn't mind. I guess black sheep is all right with me. Maybe I should mix up my color palette a little bit. And so your contract is here. Is there? You sure you don't need any assistance? We're pretty good, my group. None of them are here. I seem to find myself without them quite often. But we're pretty handy if you needed some assistance.
If you're offering assistance, I'd love to get them help with that. You know what? I could really use the assistance of a paladin.
Oh, well, let me tell you, I've got one on the line constantly. He's
no.
pretty
Really?
great.
Tell me about him.
Oh no.
Just the most handsome guy. Really, eyes the shade of blue. You just get lost in like it's the sea. Hair golden, like the sun. Just great guy. Just very morally, just on the straight. He's kind of like our true north, like our North Star. You know, he's
That
always.
sounds that sounds like a great paladin. What's he a paladin of? What's his god?
Oh, that's a good question. I think kind of like himself. I think
Really, I've never heard of that before. That sounds fascinating. Tell me more.
it's it's like he's just sort of he is the man of the people. He is the person you need when you call out and you need help. He's the one, and I guess that would make him sort of his own thing, right? I mean, because
So it was like his own boss, like a freelance paladin. That's amazing. You don't hear that all the time.
no, and I wonder if he had more paladins under him, if we could do some sort of pyramid thing using this. But yeah, he's sort of just his own. Yeah, he's very independent.
That is amazing. I would love to meet this paladin. He sounds like an absolutely unique paladin. Different from all the rest that I've ever met.
Oh, right. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. Just 1 second, please. Nobody in particular. I have been spreading your good word. He'll be saying it out loud, not quietly. I have been spreading the good word of your name. There's someone highly interested in learning about you, my friend. We are still in the inn. His name, George. He's a surgeon. George is here for surgical duties. If you'd like to come by. Amen. He should be here any minute.
Excellent. I'll go get the next round. We'll get one for your paladin friend who's going to show up.
Oh, that's perfect.
Dying at the thought of a paladin pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
You
It's like,
recruit
it's
two
like
friends.
a pyramid where you recruit 2 paladins, and that god goes ahead and gets those 2 paladins in, and then you get the in from there, and it's also you get the other 2 paladins in there. It's like this big scheme all the way to the
We
top.
don't call them pyramid schemes. We call them holy orders.
Holy orders.
The Church of
And our
Ours.
Give me
symbol is a
pyramid.
3-dimensional triangle.
I hate this all. I hate
Oh,
all of
boy.
this. I hate the idea that this could actually be a D&D character, a pyramid scheme paladin.
What you do is you believe in my God, and then you pay your dues to our church, right?
Yeah.
The church
Oath
is
of
money.
devotion.
Mm-hmm.
The church is money.
Oh man.
I hate this.
All right, you turn a little bit later over to the inn. Open the door. See Joyblade blasted.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting next to this figure, long black coat, wide brimmed hat, very perfectly trimmed beard. Just sits looking over there, holds up a mug and sets it down on the table in front of you. Now, do I not mistake myself? I believe I have the pleasure of seeing Sir Ari Gladria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Indeed, indeed. This isn't George Reynolds, is it?
Well, I'm afraid it is.
I knew it.
He's a surgeon.
Yeah, he's a surgeon, all right. So what can I help you with?
Well, for there is a mighty big reward out for your head right now. And I just so happened to be back on the way out here when I saw your poster. And, also in keeping with the time that I spoke to a friend, a mutual acquaintance that I was requested to speak of for you last time we talked.
Indeed.
Yes, well, I did in fact confer with him. He's on his way here to come pick up that fancy bracelet of yours and his daughter within it.
Oh,
I see.
Ah,
That's going to be interesting.
Oh, how
no.
so?
well,
Things have been happening since then.
You don't say.
Yeah, we messed up. Now the bracelet has a different sort of creature in it.
Well, that is quite the pickle involved in all. And you see, the fact that you were life-bound to the good professor's surrogate daughter was one of the only reasons why I wasn't taking that mighty tempting contract on you, because professor's paying me quite a bit of money to escort you back to him so he can get his daughter back. Afraid if I'm not going to get paid on that contract,
You're going to try picking up the other contract.
well, it is just good business.
No,
George,
no,
George,
I'm
he's
afraid
perfectly
this is
healthy.
not good business.
Don't, yeah, there's not, he's perfectly healthy, George. He doesn't need any of your medical services. I think we're
Listen.
okay here.
listen,
Was
you don't need.
Joyblade too drunk to realize it was George Reynolds?
I don't know if I
Yes.
ever, yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time with him either. It was fairly
He actually also, we noticed I wasn't speaking in his accent when he first
No.
met. He actually was a minor illusion glamour to look just a little bit differently. He dropped
Yeah.
it when Ari came in, though.
Yeah.
Listen, George, he doesn't need Botox. Look at his face. It's great.
He's so healthy. Picture of health, George. Just move along.
Like a traveling Botox salesman.
He says he finishes his drink, sets it down. You enjoy the drinks on me. I'm gonna confer with the good professor about the state of the first contract I took with him. And as professional courtesy, I'll just let you know I might be coming to look on that other one.
Well, know ye, I do not intend on being judged by mere mortals.
See, he shrugs, goes, the how and the why don't terribly matter to me, just the bill. It's not personal.
I understand. I'm letting you know it's not personal, but I will send people to hell.
You have yourself a nice night, Sir Ari. He tips his hat to you, taps you on the black joy blade. Friend, you go ahead, you finish that last round.
I will give him a pat on the back as well. Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna try to slide a hand, drop something in a pocket of his on his coat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration for it. Oh well, nat 20. That sounds doable.
20, nice.
Hell yes.
Okay. Yeah, that'll beat his passive.
Okay, thank God. Because if it didn't, we're in trouble. I'm gonna drop a little one of those little trinkets I've been carving for people into his pocket so I
Okay.
can keep an eye on him, and that's it.
Cool. He gets up and goes, makes his way out of the inn. Everybody else comes back there in for the night, goes to sleep. And the last bit we'll leave off on. Next morning, Althea, you wake up wonderfully refreshed at such a peaceful sleep. You're so comfortable and warm and protected as you wake up and feel yourself snuggled into warm fur.
Oh no.
It appears you rolled over in your sleep and have snuggled all the way up into the prince, cuddled into his fur.
Oh boy.
You can see action point, Jeff.
Oh, who's due? Who needs it?
You
Do I
need
just-
it. Oh, but you
don't
can't
have
have it. Never mind.
Who doesn't have it?
I don't have one.
I'll give it to Brad.
Okay.
I think it's gonna try and disentangle without waking Pyzeros.
Give me a sleight of hand and then a stealth.
Sleight of hand and oh no!
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
You loosen yourself just a little bit from his arms. The only thing caught is your arm underneath him. And you go to, okay, I gotta choose. You gotta do it quick, like it's a cloth on a table. And yank your arm out, and he pull him, and he falls out of the bed.
Oh,
Oh no!
And that's where we end this week.
Wait, no! He falls out of the bed.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I was totally to say Arabella would have tried to get
Oh,
some of the
no.
Ghoulblade that night. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you a quick seduction table for you and Joyblade.
I probably at some point say to you, I would be willing to take your last name if we got married, because that was the last thing he was talking about. So
Do I
that
want to
would
have his
prob-
last name? Is that how it's supposed to go?
I don't even have a last name. I don't know if he
Oh.
did. He didn't keep his family name, so it makes more sense.
Oh my god. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to wait until next week to find out if the prince is dead or not.
He's not dead. You just knock him out of bed. He's definitely waking up, though.
I hope he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Alright, y'all, thanks for watching. Make sure you join the Discord to keep up to date with art announcements and shenanigans. And we will see you next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Night,
Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Bye.